And just before our next programme here on Jackpot Button Lewis Productions, a quick reminder that over on Jackpot Button Lewis Sport of future programmes coming up from this month here in June as the start of the season of summer, as avid England football fan Jack Wright is back to follow the senior men's England football team for another major tournament. And it's time for the biggest football tournament in the whole world, that being the 2026 FIFA World Cup, joint hosted by the North and South American countries of the United States, Mexico and Canada. As new German England football manager of Thomas Tuchel, with his hopeful and optimistic 26-man squad, hope to go all the way to their first FIFA World Cup final for more than 60 years. As the national team of England are hoping to have their very own American dream. In a brand new World Cup football series titled World Cup 26, The America's Dream, which once again will be coming from Jackpot Button Lewis Sport Productions within the next few weeks and starts from the 14th of June. But once again, do stay with us here on Jackpot Button Lewis Productions as we are live from the Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay in the United States, as the England senior men's football team are just 2 games away from this summer's FIFA World Cup, as the England senior men's football team take on the All Whites of New Zealand in their third of 4 send-off series matches as part of the UEFA International Football Friendly Matches.
Good evening to you from Wembley. It really is a night for English smiles.
It is the pinnacle. It's the most prestigious position you can get.
We've done it for the nation, we've done it for England.
Represent the modern England. The greatest moment one could remember.
Tough selection decisions have been made and grievances aired, but now the full focus switches to the job in hand for Thomas Tuchel and his chosen few. After 60 years of hurt, there's a World Cup to try and win.
England have the stage. Now is the time to command it.
It's down to us to go out there and make it happen.
Time to be brilliant. is Jordan Henderson. Saka is back. Brilliant finesse. Jude Bellingham has come to England's rescue. Reece James, absolute top class. Not many strike them like Marcus Rashford. Pickford to England's rescue. Ollie Watkins is a superstar shooter. Goal after goal after goal from Harry Kane.
All 26 men in Thomas Tuchel's squad will be hoping to play their part in the weeks to come, and today it's a chance to acclimatise to conditions stateside in a warm-up match against New Zealand in Tampa. Tuchel has said he'll play two separate teams in each half today. Harry Kane starts, as does Ollie Watkins, John Stones and Kobbie Mainoo as well. New Zealand are in a tough World Cup group with Belgium, Egypt and Iran. Former Watford and Wolves man Darren Baisley will be one of two English coaches at the tournament, along with Sweden's Graham Potter and Nottingham Forest's Chris Wood. Skippers the side. Kick-off coming up at 9 o'clock our time.
The final countdown to this month's FIFA World Cup is officially begun. And after a few months ago, after an unexpected 1-0 loss to Japan at Wembley from just a few months ago, there's only just a few weeks away from the greatest football tournament happening in the world, and that being once again the FIFA World Cup. Thomas Tuchel's England side faced the all-white team of New Zealand this evening from the Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay in America, and it's now the final dress rehearsal for his 26-man squad as they hope to get another victory as of this evening before they face Costa Rica from next week in the lead up to, once again, this summer's biggest football tournament in the world, that being once again the FIFA World Cup. And howdy do, everybody, and kia ora to all our New Zealander fans and friends over there, and good evening, England football fans. My name is Jack Wright, known as Jackpot Button Lewis on YouTube, and now this time Real 6 King Henry VIII on Instagram, and welcome to another edition of another international football friendly as of this evening with England against New Zealand. And unbelievably, as if you didn't think of course we would ever see this fixture ever be come up, we of course are going to see from a different sports side than to the fierce rivalry that the All Blacks, as they are known in the world of rugby union, towards England, see how they can get on as of this evening. A fellow, of course, nation alongside Australia that have also qualified for, unbelievably now, their third time on record, but they have unfortunately have yet to have been beaten at the World Cup. They unfortunately, back in 2014, when they last qualified for a FIFA World Cup, they only managed 3 consecutive 0-0 draws. And but they're hoping for, of course, as of this evening, it's going to be interesting to see what our good friends from that little island just off down under in Australia, and of course very appropriately with, of course, my of course Stenton hat, but it's also tying in with not just the New Zealander of course island, but also as we are now finally the start of course the countdown to this year's and of course this month, as we're into the month of June and the start of summer. It is only just a few weeks away until the start of this year's FIFA World Cup, once again in the of course once again joint hosts of the Pan-American hosts of once again the United States of America, Mexico and of course Canada. But once again, if you were with us a few months ago, as we just mentioned, as we did actually see an unfortunate, an undeserved 1-0 win over, of course, and loss, I meant to say there, for England over Japan. But Kaoru Mitoma with the only goal of the, of course, of the game, is scoring in the halfway through the first half. And unfortunately, they didn't have some of their best players to hand. But we do know that as of this evening, Captain Harry Kane will be leading his team out. And we're a little while away from, of course, from the lineups as of this evening. But we can also confirm, as of course, as running alongside another series, which I will be covering very, very soon here, of course, on Jackpot Button Lewis Sport Productions, as we're broadcasting live here from the studios. But we will be heading to the Raymond James Stadium in just an hour's time. We kick off from 9 p.m. With, of course, the time difference there, just to remind you all. We can quickly remind you that they've already confirmed the 26-man squad at the end of last month, because I was made to clarify that there has been a few last-minute changes, and there could be some unexpected changes as of this evening as well, with, of course, the addition of some of the new reserve players, which we'll hopefully be hearing from Jarrell Kwanzaa being one of them, and as well as also the likes of, I think it was, I can't actually see his name on here, but if you are seeing on your screen right now, here is of course the official 26 World Cup squad and the 26-man squad for England as of this summer's FIFA World Cup. In goalkeepers, we have Dean Henderson, but he is not first choice keeper. That's still Jordan Pickford at the moment. And also making his World Cup debut, also we have James Trafford, who's also come fresh from an incredible bit of goalkeeping to make Man City become FA Cup champions over Chelsea as of from earlier on this season. And as well as that, as I just mentioned, Jarrell Kwanzaa is also for the defenders there, alongside Newcastle's Dan Burn and Mark Guehi. And also Reece James from Chelsea has made the final 26 the man squad there as well, along with Tino Livramento and Ezri Konsa making their World Cup debuts. And also, as Konsa was in the last Euros, of course, in Germany back in 2024. But we also have Nico O'Reilly also making his England World Cup debut, as well as Djed Spence and also John Stones. As we look at the midfielders, we have Elliot Anderson here making his World Cup debut, alongside the second appearance for Jude Bellingham, and Eberechi Eze, who's had an incredible season so far at Arsenal. He's also there as well, alongside the likes of vice-captain Jordan Henderson, Kobbie Mainoo making his debut also at the World Cup, alongside Arsenal midfielder Declan Rice, and also Morgan Rogers of Aston Villa, who unbelievably scored in the Europa League final over Freiburg to secure a European football title for, of course, for the Birmingham side based off in Aston. And to round off the squad, we have the forwards. We have a World Cup debut for Anthony Gordon of previously Newcastle United, but he's been playing very well recently also at Barcelona, as well as Marcus Rashford. And not to mention, as we said about Jude Bellingham earlier on, he's had an incredible season at Real Madrid this, of course, season. But also the captain himself, and making it now his third consecutive FIFA World Cup, Captain Harry Kane will be also playing after an absolute dominant performance, playing for the Bundesliga winning side of Bayern Munich, along with Noni Madueke, also from Arsenal, as well as Bukayo Saka, his fellow teammate there with Ivan Toney, and also Ollie Watkins also there, rounding off the 26-man squad for this summer's FIFA World Cup, kicking off in just, once again, a few weeks' time. And, well, But yes, as I said, as we mean to go on, this is of course another all-important challenge for Thomas Tuchel. Now he has finalised his 26-man squad, and he's hoping for a better performance as of this evening. I know that, of course, New Zealand are definitely going to be an interesting side to watch. I know that they haven't been as successful as the likes of the other Australasia sides in the continent. But we do know that Australia went quite far last time out in Qatar back 4 years ago. So they're hoping to try and get at least out of the group stage. But they, of course, with the side as it stands, I think it might be quite one-sided towards England, which is a good thing. No offence, of course, to New Zealand, because once again they are a fellow nation that have also qualified alongside with the likes of Japan and Uruguay, and as of Costa Rica, as they will also, England will be playing them from once again next. I think if I can just quickly remind you also, that will be from next Thursday evening, and they will also be playing more specifically, I think it was staying in America. They will be heading over to the stadium of the Interco Stadium in Orlando, and it's also around the same time as well for, of course, this all-important max fixture as the start of the short Florida series of games as of this evening, and in the lead up to this once again this month's FIFA World Cup. And the pressure is of course looking very of course the expectation, as you know, for a brand new manager, the German, that being Thomas Tuchel. But unbelievably, we've also been hearing some very promising words, even though he's no longer, of course, part of the England senior men's football team since he, of course, resigned just a few years ago, following a painful defeat in the final at the final of the UEFA European 2024 Football Championships in Germany. But unbelievably, from earlier on as of this week, and also as part of an upcoming series he's also doing on the BBC to try and get people, young people who have dreams to do things with their lives. Also, we had exclusively an interview from the former England manager Sir Gareth Southgate on what he thinks about Thomas Tuchel, of course, ahead of this summer's FIFA World Cup. Here's a quick interview we had from the Instagram page of ITV Calendar News in Yorkshire to tell us and what he thinks and his hopeful words as they head to another this summer's the biggest football tournament, that being on the world of this year's FIFA World Cup.
You look really pleased to be here, but would you rather be in America right now?
No, I'm very happy to be here. It's obviously quite strange for me. I've been to 8 tournaments as a player and as a manager, so this one's different. But equally, when the manager was having to name the squad last week, and he's having to make those difficult calls to players, and you remember those parts of the job that are really difficult to fulfil.
Do you have to fight shouting at the telly and saying, "Why haven't you picked Harry Maguire?"
No, I know how difficult the job is, and I know everybody's got a view. That's the beauty of England. Everybody cares so passionately about it that they've all got a view. So for me, it was an amazing experience. I loved it. It was the right time to move on, and it's now I shall enjoy watching them have a real go at it this summer.
Do you think we can do it this summer?
Well, we've been to 2 finals. So many of the barriers to winning have been passed, and everybody knows how close we've got in the last few tournaments. So the players will travel with a lot more confidence than we started with 8 years ago, a lot more belief, and very often you have to go close to winning to be able to learn how to win, and we were a few minutes away from winning on 2 occasions at least. So I'm sure they've got that confidence going in this summer.
Well, Well, there you go, everybody. That's nice to hear some very optimistic and hopeful words said by the former England football manager there, Sir Gareth Southgate. And, well, as I said, as he just said there right now, I know that he wanted to bring back the faith of the England fans of doing well at major tournaments. And even though that he's missed out on 2 European Championship finals, he is still one of the most successful England managers of all time. And even though he hasn't won any, of course, major tournaments for the team, I know that Thomas Tuchel has been very confident going into, of course, in the this year, especially with the World Cup coming around. And while we're only just under 45 minutes away until kickoff, it's time now to have an exclusive look at of course, look back on the quite remarkable, it has to be said, of course, unbeaten record in qualifying for this year's FIFA World Cup, as we look back on an all-important interview on what he thinks as we're coming up to this summer's FIFA World Cup, on his expectations as the next foreign England football manager to take over, once again, the senior men's England football team.
Thomas Tuchel has signed a new deal to stay as England manager till the end of Euro 2028, but for now, his undivided attention is on plotting a course to the World Cup final in New York on July the 19th. Assistant coach Anthony Barry will be alongside him for every step of that adventure, and Gabriel Clark caught up with both men this week.
Very nice, very nice.
He's England's 16th permanent manager, and the first, just over a year into the job, to sign a new contract.
I felt very connected before, but yes, I feel even more connected now. And I'm long enough in the business to know how precious an alignment is, and it was an honor to extend the contract.
As you want. Ready?
He has, as a coach, just an elite quality, an elite understanding of the game, but at the same time, he has this X factor in terms of building teams and building strategy.
Driven. Every meeting, every time we walk into the building, everything. It's don't lose sight of why we're doing it. I think that's the key one to win the World Cup.
You don't get the day-to-day connection with players.
Yeah, which I miss a lot.
But maybe you don't get the day-to-day interference.
Of course. That's why I feel in charge sportively. We define the position and then the player shows up.
You talked about the identity of your team that you wanted to find. What is at the heart of it?
Intensity and positivity.
The vibe, the feel-good element, that helps take care of on the pitch.
The Serbia match was a key moment, for sure. And that was the big moment that you sometimes need.
Sometimes the biggest players, when they have a real level of threat, if you treat it in the right way, it can push you up. One of our ideas here is to try to keep the shirt light. And they should be happy to play for England. In Serbia that night, you're seeing all that energy be released from the group.
What do England players want first when they turn up?
Clarity.
Yeah, I'd say so. I've got all the tools for me to just go and be me.
They're top players. And our job is to build the best group out of it, to build a real team.
He has this aura, this charisma. I see it on the pitch, I see it in dressing rooms, I see it in one-on-one interactions. At all times, he seems to find the right note.
Some fans might say, well, why are we rewarding a man who hasn't taken a tournament match yet, who hasn't maybe been under real pressure yet? Why does he get a new contract?
Well, I think nothing special is achieved in a constant place of happiness. Sometimes you enter dark places, you enter self-doubts, and the pressure is on. It will for sure come, and hopefully it will come, and hopefully it will last long.
So you're saying you will relish the time when the pressure is really on?
Yeah, of course.
That is when we'll see the best of Thomas Tuchel.
I don't know, but normally yes. And we're obviously convinced that we have a good tournament. If we absolutely don't have it, we need to adjust and be honest with ourselves.
And rethink?
Of course. And everyone rethinks. We're in top-level football.
Since Euro 2024, England haven't beaten a team ranked in the world's top 20. Several new talents have emerged. But it's the manager's performance that most intrigues if England are to go that final step.
Is the unknown in this as well, this equation, the X factor Thomas will bring?
Massively. He's one of the best coaches in the world. He's got the pedigree that he's got, and he's on our side, and we've got to use that to our advantage.
In every job I've seen him get better, and I think in this job he's getting even better again, and I really know when he's on fire. I can see it in his eyes, and I see that in him now.
We want to go all the way. That's the mission, and we need to get the group right. It's not about collecting talents. It's about arriving with the best team to make it happen that we win the trophy.
We are there in summer. We are there, brilliant. My childhood dream to go to World Cup. I cannot be more proud to go with you guys.
And we need the crowd. We will feel it. If the pubs are full, if the fan zones are full, if people stay up at night and push us, we will feel it. I'm a strong believer in it.
We will rock this thing in America next year. Go!
Wow, I literally felt every single word he said in that dressing room after the qualification to the FIFA World Cup from this time around, or towards the end of last year, of course, with that incredible 5-0 thrashing over Latvia and the clean sheet performance there from England. And there you go, everybody. I feel like that, and no offence, of course, to Gareth. I know that I have the utmost respect for him as an England manager, but it's actually kind of amusing now that the fact that we have now got a German manager now managing England, and I know that the fierce rivalry that we've had with Germany over the, make that, of course, as to quote the very famous song for Free Lions, football's coming home from nearly 30 years ago as of last month in, of course, in May. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how they get on there as well. And but don't forget, this is of course a first for a few other of the nations that have also qualified, like for the likes of also Middle Eastern countries such as Iraq and Iran, and also the Democratic Republic of Congo as well, of Africa. And also, we can quickly remind you there has been a few other matches that have happened as of earlier on this evening, but we'll have all the full classified results, and also a quick reminder also of the matches that happened as of yesterday evening as well. And not to forget also that in the lead up to their own FIFA World Cup as of next summer, also in Brazil, the Women's European qualifiers for FIFA Women's World Cup 2027 also ended in a quite a painful bombshell defeat there for England, losing 4-0 over the current Women's World Champions of Spain. And as it stands at the moment, they have only got one game to go. They have dropped down to second in their group of Group A3, and as it stands, they're level on points, and they are 5 goals deficit to Spain over 13, but they just need another win over Ukraine and they will secure qualification, staying in second place, as they as Spain have got one other game still to play, the women's side, which will be against Iceland on the 9th of June also, as well as of next week as well. So there's been lots going on also as well. Currently at the moment, as of ahead of time, we've already had quite some interesting games, such as Albania against Luxembourg. Fellow Australasian nation of Australia will also play already currently underway with their game against Switzerland. And also we've had games such as also Canada against the Republic of Ireland, Tunisia against Belgium, and unbelievably a penalty game, even though it was a friendly, against Lithuania and Latvia. And also as of from later on this evening, we also have the United States taking on Germany as well, one of the host nations, alongside with the likes of, as I've said, Canada have already played. But I think Mexico are also set to play as of in just a few days' time as well. But we'll have more information on that as it happens. And, oh yes, and I've also just been told quickly here by our producer that... Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you to ask. Well, if you did not know, also, everybody, if you're wondering why, also as well, I happen to be wearing a very familiar England football kit. This is also a former England kit that I've wore many times before here, of course, on many other football-themed programming here on Jackpot Button Lewis Sport Productions. This is the kit that John Pickford famously wore, and he managed to get a 5-match clean sheet of clean sheet results, and he wore this at the FIFA World well, not just at the FIFA World Cup, but he also did wear this kit also at well, I think actually it was both the FIFA World Cup and also the European Football Championships back in 2021. And of course, if you hadn't noticed, it is also including his name and number, as you see. And also I've managed to get some matching shorts with it as well, which I'm very happy to have. And he's become one of my favourite goalkeepers for the team, and I know that he's hoping to have a better match as of this evening. That is, of course, if he is going to be playing, but I'm sure he will, since he is our first choice keeper. But as of today, also as is this evening, it's also happens to fall this match on my 32nd birthday. So I've just been told I've been wished a happy 32nd birthday, and as of later on this evening, I think when the match kicks off just after from 9 o'clock, it will mark officially 32 years since I was brought into the world by my wonderful mum, Samantha, and also my dad, John Wright, as well. So thank you very much also for the wonderful messages from everyone here on, of course, of the England International Football Friendlies team here, and everyone here working here at Jackpot Button Lewis Productions for the wonderful birthday wishes. And I hope we can also round off this evening also with a nice England win as well, to make up for the frustrating loss there for the Lionesses from yesterday evening as well. So, well, anyway, with that being said, we are just under 3/4 of an hour away until kick-off for, of course, once again, the third and penultimate UEFA International Football Friendly Match in the lead-up to this summer's FIFA World Cup. Once again, from the Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay, home of the American football team of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're going to take a quick break here at the moment, but when we come back, we'll be live from, of course, the stadium, and we will just be in a few minutes' time ahead of the third and penultimate, that being UEFA International Football Friendly Match. It's England versus New Zealand. After the break. See you then. Hello and welcome back, all you England football fans, to the third and penultimate UEFA International Football Friendly with England versus New Zealand once again from the Raymond James Stadium at home once again of the NFL American football team of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa Bay in the United States of America. We are just a few minutes away from kickoff in just under 15 minutes, but before we get underway, let's hear from the manager himself, Thomas Tuchel, on how he feels ahead of tonight's match fixture. And with that also afterwards, let's get underway with the third and the first of the Florida Series matches of the UEFA International Football Friendlies. Once again, as England take on the Australasia side of New Zealand.
England's opponents, New Zealand, are the lowest ranked side to appear at the World Cup and were beaten 4-0 by Haiti earlier this week. But for Thomas Tuchel's side today, it's as much about dealing with the conditions as the opposition. Let's hear from the England coach now with Gabriel Clark.
Thomas, here we go. You saw a few photos of the pitch yesterday. What do you make of it up close?
I haven't been out there.
Okay.
We just decided we will blame the pitch if it doesn't go so well. And no, but jokes aside, I think New Zealand trained yesterday and they said it doesn't look good, but it's playable. So let's see.
Two teams for two halves, 32, 33 degrees out there. What's the identity you hope your team can sort of settle into in this heat?
Yeah, let's see. Well, what we can produce. We had a good training week where we have also a lot in the legs. So now is the first really, really hot day and it feels hotter in the stadium than outside. But we're looking forward to that. We play one half. I see no problem why we shouldn't implement our high press, why we shouldn't implement our ball speed and then hopefully have a lot of possession, because it's nicer to play with the ball than off the ball in the heat.
You're going to try a few things, I imagine. Watkins and Kane start in the first half. How's that going to work?
Oli just fills in on the right wing because we have Noni and Bukayo not in camp, so Oli plays on the right wing.
And is this a chance as well to, even though you have two teams as such, to make a first impression in terms of style, in terms of performance level?
Yeah, always a chance to impress. The door is always open for players to impress. But I have a lot of trust. I mean, I selected the group. I have a lot of trust in the group, and what I saw day by day now in training makes me believe that we have a strong group. So they will not lose my trust today, no matter what happens. But there's always a chance to impress and to make a good impression.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, some very hopeful words said there from a new revitalised Thomas Tuchel there, the manager for the senior men's England football team there. And here we are once again, everybody, as we're only just a few minutes away from kickoff for the third and penultimate international UEFA football friendly with England versus New Zealand at the Raymond James Stadium in, of course, Tampa Bay, the United States of America. It's currently a scorching 32 degrees over at the moment, but the pitch is in perfect condition. It's overcast with cloud, but no rain expected. And once again, we have... They are currently about to get underway. As it stands, if you have not seen already, we can confirm the lineups as we just got ITV coverage with both that being Mark Palgatch, and also with Karen Carney, and also Roy Keane, and Sam Matterface and Lee Dixon will be joining up for commentary very, very shortly. But once again, in goal, England are going to be in their away kit this evening. Of course, I know it's being played over there in the afternoon, since they are a few hours behind over here in the UK. But in goal is Jordan Pickford, and we have a first stop for Gerald Kwanzaa at number 26. Number 5, John Stones. Mark Gehi at number 6. DJ Spence is there in number 25. Jordan Henderson, number 14. Kobbie Mainoo is in number 16. Number 17 is Morgan Rogers. Ollie Watkins is number 19, with Marcus Rashford in 11, and number 9 leading from the front is Harry Kane. So they are playing with a 4-2-3-1 formation. And for the as we quickly look now at the United States, New Zealand team, we have Darren Bazley, of course, who is managing the New Zealand side, and they're playing in a 4-3-3, and they got the players of Krokum in goal, and then Payne, Sermon, Boxall, Kakasi, Bell, Singh, Stamanik, Just, Wood, the captain, and also Garbutt at number 7. So let's get straight to it, as the players are just about to walk out now, with the also as the teams stand by for their first match in the Florida sunshine. Let's join our commentators Sam Matterface and also once again Lee Dixon, as we join Mark Palgatch live from ITV Sport coverage.
In terms of that Man City, good opportunity for the service. And I'm thinking about Kobbie Mainoo, who probably, at the moment, you would probably go, well, Rice, Anderson, Rodgers or Bellingham. But if you're Kobbie Mainoo, go right up to me to change as well. And he's been in great form. He's a form player. United the last 3 or 4 months were excellent, and he was a big part of that. Considering a few months before that, again, he's been on that roller coaster of a young player, thinking, even leaving the club, all of a sudden he's back in the team, he gets a new contract, he's at the World Cup. And he's thinking, yeah, but don't be delighted to be there. You want to play. I look at Harry Kane there, Karen, and thinking, if England are going to do anything, Harry Kane is so central to what England are going to do.
He's so focused in the tunnel. It's like he's treating it if this was an actual World Cup match right now.
Look, we need him, but we need to give him the service.
Absolutely. Well, they say he's in great shape. He looks in great shape. Let's go to our commentary team then. Here we go. World Cup build-up definitely starts in Tampa, with Lee Dixon and Sam Matterface.
Good evening, gentlemen. Out they come.
It is a warm Florida afternoon in Tampa, and it's just what they wanted. Very good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Sam.
From Florida.
From a quite a rainy and overcast United Kingdom here in England. And more specifically, England here in the United Kingdom. New Zealand, the All Whites are playing in white, while England are debuting their famous red away kit once again as they walk on to the, Raymond James Stadium, home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers American NFL football team.
And there's 1 or 2 concerns over a few bumps in this pitch.
Few pyrotechnics going off as well on the ground. A good turnout of fans here.
As you heard a little bit earlier on. And we'll find out what lies in store against the lowest ranked country that will play at this summer's World Cup, after we have heard the national anthems of both England and New Zealand.
Of God defend New Zealand first of all, I think, for New Zealand. Beautiful rendition. Now, God Save the King for England. God save our gracious King, long live our noble King. God save the King. Send him victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the King. Come on, England! And as we just had a quick go to the break there, so there you go. We are back with the original key song there for the national anthem of God Save the King there for England. And once again, we had God Defend New Zealand for, once again, New Zealand there. Once again, to remind you, as you just heard there from Sam, they are the lowest ranked team in the FIFA rankings as currently from the 1st of April 2026. They currently are 85th place in the world. Their highest was 47 back in 2002 in the month of August. And their lowest ever was 161 during April and May in 2016, nearly 10 years ago. Over 10 years ago, for that matter. Once again, their biggest win was 13-0 over Fiji in Auckland, New Zealand on the 16th of August 1981. Their biggest defeat to Australia, 10-0 in Wellington, New Zealand on the 11th of July 1936. And their first international as a team was a 3-1 win over Australia in Dunedin in New Zealand on the 17th of June 1922. So they have been to 2 World Cups before, in both 1982 and 2010. I actually got it wrong earlier on. It's when the 2014. But let's get back to Sam Matterface and Lee Dixon for kickoff.
To Tampa, where there is terrific England support. Let's get into the lineups and plenty to talk about. England are going to play 2 teams this evening, 11 in the first half, 11 in the second. They are mixed but expected to play with the same structure.
Interesting,
as an extension of the heat and training preparation. The first half side looks lively, good front 3 in Rodgers sitting in the 10. The second half looks fascinating too. They still are without the Arsenal quartet. Darren Paisley, the New Zealand boss, includes London-born attacker Matt Garbutt and Bristol-born Joe Bell. He missed the last game with injury.
All right, okay. Well, I feel like since this is a friendly, this is time to experiment with the 26-man squad Thomas Tuchel has already chosen for this, of course, month's World Cup. Kicking off with the first match, once again against Croatia on the 17th. And Kobe Mainu places the ball onto the into the middle to kick off, and England are going to kick off here. Oh, pep talk here between the captains, both Harry Kane there for England.
Harry Kane coming together for the last warm-up but one. The heat, the humidity, and hopefully a dry run. England in red shirts, New Zealand in all white. Our referee is from Florida, Natalie Simon.
Oh, we've got a female referee this evening.
No goal line technology, and we have a few new laws to worry about.
I was going to say VAR as well. And it's kickoff. Off we go. Here we go with the third and also penultimate friendly. The start of the Florida series here in the United States, and from the Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay in the United States, it's England versus New Zealand, and your commentators once again, Sam Matterface and Lee Dixon of ITV Sport, alongside myself here live on Jackpot Button Lewis Sports Productions. The name of the New Zealand captain I was just trying to find out from earlier on, but I can't seem to get it that unfortunately on my phone. So, but anyway, I don't want to see because there is a bit of a delay on a forward delay on my phone, so I don't want to miss anything. So let's get straight on with the match here. England with it all to do, as we once again have, there is currently a draw and a loss, once again to a 1-1 draw to Uruguay earlier on this year, and then an unfortunate 1-0 loss to the Far Eastern Asian side of Japan, also at Wembley. But now this is their time to really acclimatise with the warm and hot climate of the, of course, of the United States, as a majority of the games will be played in this upcoming World Cup as of this summer. But it's a free kick already. Rashford, but headed out.
Jordan Henderson is on the ball here.
I said Henderson retrieves it back. They go back again, England. New Zealand pressing forward. Pickford comes out of his goal here. He was trying to get the ball further up the field. Oh, but it only just goes as far as the New Zealand keeper. And it goes out for the first throw-in of the match. Quick throw-in from Eberechi Eze.
New Zealand just about to head to their first World Cup since 2010.
I did make a mistake earlier on because I thought it was 2014, but I think I was getting that confused with fellow European nation of Bosnia-Herzegovina, who had an amazing win on penalties over Italy from a few months ago. I'm sure most of you might remember that very well. It's the third time that Italy have failed to qualify for a World Cup as former European champions. Good tackle. There's another chance. Oh, blocked. Now, New Zealand retrieve the ball and they clear it away from danger.
Singh trying to get the better of Mainu. John Stones comes out.
Good recovery there, John Stones.
This is Watkins, who had such
a little challenge there on Ollie Watkins.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see him playing on that right-hand side.
Jordan Henderson.
When he dropped short, I think Karen was talking about that.
Pass back to John Stones. Henderson again, once more.
He's just filling in at right on the right side because we haven't got anybody to play there. So he has played there.
Pass back again to. I think that was Gerald Kwanzaa. Out with Jordan Pickford again from his penalty box. He did manage to clear it away though, so a little bit pressurising here, but yeah, we're getting some all-important instructions shouted from the halfway line on the touch line there from Thomas Tuchel. Marcus Rashford, good ball in, but headed out again. England still putting pressure on the All-Whites here. Good pass. Taking a shot! Oh, but it was blocked. I was going to say that was Joe Bell, one of the New Zealand defenders. And a good challenge, but the ball's out. Yeah, I was going to say a rousing clap of his hands there from Darren Baisley there. Once again, the New Zealand manager.
Pretty keen to tell us that Graham Taylor is one of his big influences. Will be one of two.
Oh, I don't know. There was a grab of the shirt there. The referee called that there. I think that was a little bit of an aggressive challenge there from one of the New Zealand midfielders. So it's a free kick just off the touch line there from DJ Spence. Quick passing here. Those are one-touch passes here.
Was rather playful in his interview with Gabriel, where he said if things do go wrong this afternoon, we'll blame the pitch.
Pass to Rashford. Henderson back to Kwanzaa. Now Ezri Konsa.
delegated that responsibility to
From
someone
Spence, Konza again, through ball, but that went straight to the New Zealand defence. Oh, great Spence turnaround. And here's a counter-attack from New Zealand! Oh, but there was only one player in it though. No one was there to support the number 11 there. And Pickford manages to get the ball away. Ooh, what a threatening chance there from the Kiwis.
Eli Just, who's had a really good season with Motherwell, who have been playing some really good football in the Scottish Premiership this season.
That's very interesting to see that actually a few of the New Zealand players have actually been playing for some Scottish clubs here. Oh, great long ball, but no, that was too far. Another easy save for the New Zealand keeper.
That shows up when the ball's being crossed or long balls, they drop too deep. They're not confident defensively to put enough pressure on.
At least I know that England had the first shot, not maybe exactly on target there, but it was blocked from the New Zealand defence. A very eventful and quite lively first few minutes as we already approached the 7th minute. It's still once again England 0, New Zealand 0 here at the Raymond James Stadium in this third UEFA International Football Friendly. I don't know what was going on with that challenge on the number 8 there for New Zealand. Grabbing the shirt, I think that was of Rashford.
Rashford looks in terrific shape. Lean and athletic. He came out here in the last few weeks after the end of the La Liga season where he won the division with Barcelona. He's been working in Florida for a couple of weeks at a...
That's Mainu, Henderson, Pickford comes out again.
Primed and ready for action for England.
And kicked it back out again. He didn't have time to pick up the ball, so he just had to resort to passing it back to passing it forward. Sorry, to Mark Yehi. Here's Mainu. Now up the left side. Here's GJ Spence. That's a good little bit, a good run there. A little bit of a putting the legs across the ball. Oh, Henderson takes a shot from behind. Oh, I was going to say he tried to go for a lob shot there. Someone got a header onto it, but it just was off target. That was a good chance, though. Oh, no. Was there... Did someone head it out? I didn't actually exactly see. Oh, no, it did come off. Sorry. My apologies. That actually came off a New Zealand defender's head there. So it's another corner. Marcus Rashford here. He's sporting some new dreads here, of course, or some kind of unique hairstyle here. Very different to what he has before. Oh, go for the header. Oh, not good clearance. Still in danger, but cleared away out from the last again from New Zealand. Ball stays on. No. Oh no, I thought that did go off there. Initially last touch by England, but New Zealand keep it on. Trying to get the ball past, but England really pressurising them here. They're not giving them any much time, that much time on the ball. But here's a counter-attack from New Zealand. Oh, a chance on goal, but an easy save. That was a chance there from Wood, the captain.
When he looks up, just look at the support he's got.
That was a great long ball, though, right past the back there, past the defenders. That was a brilliant chance for New Zealand. But once again, great alert keeping from Jordan Pickford.
Quickly trying to release the ball forward.
Ball goes in again.
He's the last man standing from the 2010 World Cup. Burst onto the scene as a teenager for New Zealand.
Very interesting there, Sam. Oh, just that ball was a little too long there. It's a throw into New Zealand.
Ball wide, put an angle cross in the box. New Zealand will end up on their own 6-yard box, and you should have a
look at that. Literally, almost 3 players were just swarming over one of the New Zealand players. England are just being ruthless here at the moment in the bright Florida sunshine here in Tampa Bay. England get it back.
Jarrell Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa. Rashford. Pass back.
Get out to this right-hand side as well in the
Kwanzaa again.
of the game. Looks like it's a very fluid front three behind Harry Kane.
I was going to say, I think that was Spence.
Seen Harry Kane as a centre forward, yeah. He's been
Henderson. They are trying to find gaps in this New Zealand defence. A chance on ball, a long ball, but intercepted immediately there from New Zealand.
Watkins nearly did.
And another long ball hoofing up the pitch to the captain. A little challenge. Ooh, a scrappy challenge there from Gay. Here's another chance. Oh, there's a long cross. But not a chance on goal yet. Still with New Zealand. Another chance. Oh, but the ball, that was just off target for Singh, number 10. And it only just hits the side netting of the goal.
I think he should be swinging his foot at that straight at Pickford as hard as you can.
I was going to say, I thought New Zealand could have had a goal there, but what a, well, I wouldn't say a wasted opportunity, but another impressive chance there for New Zealand. Really putting, they're really trying to turn it around here, New Zealand, and I have to give it to them here. They're really trying to prove they may be underdogs coming into this World Cup. Oh, a late challenge there from behind. I think that was on Kobe Mainu.
An inordinate number of goals this season, 61 in 51 games.
There was that challenge earlier on from a corner, a chance there, but desperate defending again from New Zealand to try and keep England out of it. But England are ready to go again. They can take their time here. They don't want to rush here because they know that New Zealand could surprise them here, as they've already have just found out in the first 12 minutes of this first half. Here's another chance. Ball stays on, but headed out. Ooh. I'm not sure if there was a late challenge. It looked like that was Morgan Rogers. He's appealing there. He went in for it, but yeah, well, I think that's a free kick to New Zealand, unfortunately. He really got stuck in there, Morgan Rogers.
Sermon plays at Portland Timbers on the west coast of America. Michael Boxall, his centre-half partner, is 37. Plays for Minnesota United, the older statesman of the team. Thomas Tuchel said he was intent on playing a high-energy Premier League physical game when he walked through the door, and he mentioned that in his interview yesterday, but he told me yesterday that he'd learnt a little bit from the Club World Cup League.
Interesting. Oh, great counter-attack. Here's a chance for England. Oh, but he was just pressurised and sends the ball wide. Unlucky there from Ollie Watkins. That was a great run there, once again, from the fellow Aston Villa. Of course, teammate. Oh, he did get a shot on it, but he was just pressurised there from behind. He just didn't have a time just to kick that a bit more accurately there. You can see he's a little frustrated there, but he is going to be such an asset to this team in just a few weeks' time for the World Cup. Once again, this will be his FIFA World Cup debut after an incredible debut performance 2 years ago at the Euros when he scored that unbelievable injury time winning goal to take England to their first European Football Championship final on foreign soil in history. And I do remember, of course, that very well when he scored the goal. You know, it was a special moment for that young player. What a way to make his England debut, to score the winning goal, to take his own team to their first final, and as I said, on foreign soil in Germany, in the team's history.
Especially in the conditions not to be in a situation where you're always chasing.
Ball passed back from John Pickford to John Stones. Now Ezri Konza. Mainu. Henderson. Gehi again. Spence. Rashford. Henderson again. Rashford again. There's Watkins. Rogers. Oh, I was going to say, he was going to try and go for a shot there, but it just didn't come off the right side of his foot. That's gone high and wide there, Morgan Rogers. He was a bit frustrated with that one. The angle just wasn't what he wanted there.
The ball does fly, different ball this tournament, obviously.
So it's once again another goal kick for New Zealand.
Arms of Max Crocombe.
As we approach the 16th minute, still no score here at the moment at the Richard James, Stadium in Tampa Bay. England have had 4 chances so far, attempt-wise, only 1 for New Zealand. Good challenge. Referee says play on there. And England have retrieved possession very quickly. Watkins.
Brentford, after not really picking up too many minutes after the last international break, just 98
Henderson.
minutes in the Premier League since
Watkins.
against Japan and Uruguay. Influence and
Gehi.
experience are not measured in
Up the left side.
certainly.
Rashford up the left wing.
Has on this group.
He's been marked by 2 players. Harry Kane shoots for distance. Oh, what a shot! Strong hands from the keeper, though. Whoa, that was very impressive there from the captain. He took a little. He was a little bit of a. I wouldn't say a show off, but he can definitely score from almost over nearly 30 yards out. That was incredible. That was a strong shot he kicked there. He's got a powerful right foot, honestly. You don't want to be on the receiving end of that if you're a goalkeeper. Let me tell you right now, everyone.
This is Rogers.
Morgan Rogers again. Pass back to Watkins. Rashford. Rogers. Oh, picked up again from... Oh! I think that did hit the arm. Unlucky there. That was, unfortunately, a handball. Henderson's appealing, but, yep. I'm sure we'll see that on the replay. That was an incredible shot. We have the replay from Harry Kane. Oh, and just punching it out there, of course, the New Zealand goalkeeper. He, once again, has been incredible in the Bundesliga. He set a brand new record of over 50 goals in his career playing for the club. He's become one of the best players in the whole world of international football, and he has been put forward possibly for a future Ballon d'Or, honestly, getting the that famous, prestigious football award. I can definitely see him trying to be a potential winner of the Golden Boot like he did back in 2018 at the Russia World Cup, scoring a total of 6 goals, including a hat-trick against Panama. But New Zealand retrieved the ball, but given away easily, and straight onto it. Morgan Rogers now. Good counter-attack, through ball to DJ Spence. He goes for a shot, it's blocked. But still in danger. Here's captain Harry Kane. Mainu, a shot from distance. Oh, headed out. Oh, again. Oh, they do everything to clear it out. New Zealand just desperately clear it away. What another chance for Ollie Watkins.
New Zealand are, that's going to be their downfall. Just their inability to hold the line defensively.
Absolutely. I think that is their weakness, as you just said there, Lee. But England are still trying to break through this. Of course, somehow still holding New Zealand defence. Ooh, another little scramble for the ball there. Little challenge, but referee says play on. England still have possession. Good cross. Oh, nearly a good chance there for Ollie Watkins, but the ball just went too high. Oh, unlucky. I was going to say, my apologies, that was Morgan Rogers. Another chance on goal. A good cross there from Watkins, but no, I think, yeah, Boxall, number 5 there for New Zealand, just managed to clear the ball away before it got to his feet. So it's a corner for England. As we're just a few minutes away, unbelievably, from the halfway through the first half. As Marcus Rashford stands by. He's just having a little word with the linesman here. Just how you be able to kick the ball, but it's definitely in the right place. Kicks, low ball this time. A shot from distance, blocked. That was a good chance there. I think that was from DJ Spence. Well, Jordan Pickford comes out his goal again, trying to get the ball up the field again. England once again on the ball.
Stayed up from the corner.
Lob pass to Marcus Rashford. All good challenge. He still had the ball. Oh, and another deflection. Garbutt there, number 7, doing everything to keep that English threat of attack out of play. And once again, it's another throw-in to England. I think it looked like they're trying to retrieve the ball here. There we go, yep. That's now passed back to Gerald Kwanzaa, who will take the throw-in. From Henderson, now back to Kane. Rashford. DJ Spence tries to go for a shot long way out. I think that was a little bit adventurous. But yeah, it goes wide. And also, unbelievably, following an unexpected injury recently, he also has some kind of neck or chin guard also on his face, which is very unusual to see, but it's quite wild how he's actually playing with something like that strapped onto his face. It's almost very reminiscent of the reverse bear trap, I think, from those quite icky horror Saw films. Anyway, moving swiftly on though, and there's now a little water break now.
Next week or so, we've got the road to 2026 continuing with Brazil against Egypt tonight. That's 10:50 on ITVX. It also continues tomorrow at 7:50 on ITV4 and ITVX as Morocco take on Norway.
Yes, well, as you can see, it's got so hot. Both players are now getting a water break. And don't forget, as they say, as of Tuesday, of course, next week, an all-important qualifier for the Women's World Cup Brazil 2027. Of course, England versus Ukraine, a match they must win since their unfortunate 4-0 thrashing last night. And then at 8 o'clock from, of course, next Wednesday will be the last friendly before the World Cup gets underway in a few weeks' time. We're against Costa Rica, which will be happening from, once again, to remind you all.
Let's go down to the touchline and see what the temperature's like and what the atmosphere's like pitchside with Gabriel Clark.
Over to you, Gabriel.
Well, the temperature's about 32 degrees. Obviously, it's very, very hot out there in terms of the playing surface and the players. This, as you say, is the first 3-minute mandatory cooling break, and it will be introduced for the first time at the World Cup. And the England medical and sports science team have specific methods they'll be implementing. I think it's a bit more than just a towel around the neck, which we can see at the moment. They've also been looking at palm cooling devices. This technology is designed to rapidly lower a player's core body temperature because the blood vessels in the palms are one of the quickest ways to do that, I'm told. And the other thing, ice jackets, they're a more common sight, but it doesn't suggest, looking at the players now, as though it can be that hot because neither of those devices are on show. This is all based on official data that has been carried out. 25% of matches in the World Cup are likely to be played in conditions where the heat becomes a concern for player welfare. And Florida is one of those locations where that is more likely to happen. So England have started in one of the hottest locations. Maybe it gets cooler from here on in.
Very interesting to hear that there, Gabriel. So once again at the Interco Stadium in Orlando, that will be the next game. Of course, that will be happening in just, of course, from the start of next week on Wednesday, the 11th of June. Of course, 10th of June, my apologies. The day just before as the first match at the FIFA World Cup will kick underway and get itself to a quite a promising start with Mexico over against South Africa. So, well, this is very interesting with these new rules here because of the warm climate. Of course, this was something completely different for some of the players playing in hot conditions, especially from a few years ago, hence why the last World Cup in Qatar was moved from the summer to winter to acclimatise with cooler conditions, and the majority of the matches were played at night time, rather to daytime at the moment. 168 passes so far for England as they get back underway.
England friendlies have not been fertile ground for Thomas Tuchel. One win in the last four, that was against Wales back in October. Suffered defeat against Senegal and a surprise reverse at the City ground last summer. Japan defeat didn't fill everybody with confidence.
But we would happily take that defeat because I know there was a lot of critics for, of course, the... Oh, another good chance again from New Zealand. Good hands there from John Pickford. Good save. Oh, come on. That's a very unusual challenge. He almost had his hands round him there. He was almost... it didn't grab him, but he was trying everything to shield the ball there. Jed Spence.
Wood was just waiting for it, wasn't he?
That moment there from Kobbie Mainoo just shows, I think, the difference in confidence that we've seen in him over the course of the last year, where he was basically hardly used by Ruben Amorim, and now he's in full flow once again under Michael Carrick.
Amazing, great to see.
Being back in the England team as well.
Of course, he really showed a lot of potential at the last Euros. Oh, another good chance, but another easy save once again for the New Zealand keeper. There was a good chance from the number 7. Strong hands, a good dive there with both hands.
Criticisms or the observations, should we say, about
that's the first shot on goal once again for New Zealand.
In his position, is he positive enough when he gets the ball? The link-up play is good. Sometimes struggles a bit.
England's really have got their work cut out here. It's been a real challenge, this Australasia side.
Boxall. Bell. Finn Sermon. Jed Spence covers the ground so quickly.
The last time I think they played was a 2-1 defeat to Finland from a few months ago. This has been a very interesting test for of course, for New Zealand so far. There's very little in it between both sides here. If you're wondering, that's just some shouting from the touchline. I don't know if that was maybe some fans or one of the members of the New Zealand football team coaching staff there, if you managed to hear that. Oh, that was wide anyway. And that's out for a throw-in. And I think that will be England's throw-in.
New Zealand ranked 85th, the lowest ranked side that are going to be playing.
Gerald Kwanzaa. Once again, we'll take the throw-in.
Big favourites. The gap between the two is real. The interest is in how England
Just trying to find...
managed to
Oh, that's a
maximise that.
very long throw, but straight to Henderson, and now they can move up forward. Here it comes, Digit Spence up the left wing. Good pass. There's another chance. A shot from distance. Oh, just over the bar. What a chance for Kobe Mainu. Oh, my goodness. They're really trying to get those long shots in here. That was so unlucky. That was another great chance there from the young striker.
Just watch. He has enough time. His first touch is good. It's out of his feet again. Just watch the ball. Just sit up.
I mean, he did. Yeah, someone was trying to tackle him, so he just didn't have the time to get that more accurate. But still promising from England. A goal is coming here for England. I know it was going to not exactly be a one-sided game, but as soon as they get a first goal, England, it'll be a little bit more, less, of course, stressed over it. It'll be a little bit more focused as soon as they get that first goal in. Great cheeky through ball. There was a little nutmeg there, but it went straight to the goalkeeper. As we reach the last 15 minutes of this first half, as we reached the 30th minute, once again here at the Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay, the United States. It's still England 0, New Zealand 0, but England still trying to keep possession and still put the pressure on the Kiwis here at the moment.
Fans have come here in their numbers, hoping to see a few goals this evening, but no doubt that New Zealand were not happy about being billed as cannon fodder. They were the only unbeaten team at the 2010 World Cup.
But they still didn't manage to qualify despite only getting 3 score draws, as they were facing quite tough opponents.
Look at the speed here from
Oh, that's a great run there from Rogers. It's home on its own. Oh, but bravely the keeper comes out again. That was a great run there from Rashford. He did have a cross in there, but sadly no one got to it.
He was always going to fail in that sprint, and he was just waiting for someone to arrive in the box. He couldn't wait long enough, so had to put it in. The goalkeeper in the end.
There's been 10 attempts so far for England, only 2 for New Zealand.
2010 was Italy, not Spain.
Just to remind you that if you're wondering the teams that New Zealand did play, they did finish 3rd in their group of Group F back in 2010. And they once again drew 1-1 to Slovakia, a 1-1 draw to Italy, and then unfortunately a 0-0 draw to Paraguay. So they just finished out of the points just by 3 points over the 2 qualifying countries. Paraguay topped the group, and unbelievably Italy once again failed to qualify with an unbelievable win over for Slovakia there. So they had quite a shocking World Cup back then as well. So I think that has been initially the last time that Italy have made it to a World Cup in recent years.
Intelligent lung-busting run into the inside left channel. The ball didn't come his way.
Anyway, back with the game here, and Stones has the ball here. Pass to Mainu. Rogers. Mainu again. Rashford. Oh, that's Watkins. Keep the passing going here. Rogers. Try up the left side now. Spence. Rashford. Up the left side still. He crosses it in. Heads! Oh! I'm not sure if it was that tapped away. A chance there for the captain, Harry Kane. I think he just got a hand to it.
Watch him just stop pain by checking the ball.
I thought that was in there. Another good header there from Harry Kane. But a desperate clearing save from the New Zealand goalkeeper. That was a strong header. That was on target. If the keeper didn't get to that, that would have been 1-0. Here's Marcus Rashford with the corner. As we approach the last 10 minutes. As we approach the 35th minute, sorry.
The target as Rashford prepares to deliver.
He kicks. Oh, but that looked like it got deflected. Headed out from a New Zealand defender. Retrieved the ball back. Rashford does. England keep possession. They go again. Oh, that went straight to the defender. They steal it back.
Body on the line. Reads the game brilliantly.
Here's the captain Wood again. New Zealand. Now they go up the right wing. Dangerous counter-attack, but great hands from, once again, Jordan Pickford. He is definitely not letting any loose balls or any threatening chances go into the net. Great through ball. That was unexpected. Can he keep it on? Yes! A chance on goal, but no one was there. Oh, what a chance there for England. No one just got to that ball from the cross.
Interesting, when Japan had their moments against England, it was on the break. A couple of times when England have been further up the pitch, the All Whites have just tried to test them in behind. There was that moment where Wood went down the left channel. Garber obviously had that big opportunity.
I was going to say, that's been their only best chance so far, New Zealand. They've definitely been quite the challenge, I have to say. They've been playing well so far as we approach, like I said, the last 10 minutes of the first half. Nothing in it between these two sides here. The only difference is the distance between both countries. And of course, don't forget, this is not the only sporting teams that are also playing in the world of sport this evening. Earlier on today, it was the third day of the first test of England versus New Zealand at the cricket ground of Lords. But England started well. New Zealand currently needing 199 runs to win the first test.
Well, he's definitely dropped off since the start of the game, which you would probably imagine.
Another good through ball. Rogers right on the line, but straight to the hands of the New Zealand keeper again. I have to say, he has definitely been playing well so far.
You can take your foot off the pedal during a training session and have a little bit of a breather. In a game, they'll probably start the game at certain intensity, say, well, let's do this, and then you realise that you can't because of that heat, and you can't.
Once again, it's currently 1-1 at the moment with Switzerland over Australia at the moment.
A bit pace-wise, they've just stopped picking up players. They're going back in positions.
Mark Crocombe there again, the New Zealand keeper, keeping the game as it is, as it's already approaching the last 10 minutes. Once again, New Zealand against Australia happening at the Snapdragon Stadium in Diego. Ndoye with the first goal in the 14th minute, and then Yenji in, of course, for Australia. Tete, Yenji equalising in the 56th minute. Once again, we'll have a reminder of, oh, there's another chance. No, unlucky. Cleared away again from the New Zealand defence. Another great threatening chance again there from DJ Spence. I think he's going to take the corner here. Once again, after this evening's game, we'll have a full roundup of yesterday and also today's all of the classified football match day results, also including other friendlies, matches that happened, and we'll have more on that, as I said, once again later on in the programme. So yeah, Rashford stands by now on the left corner this time, the left side corner of the pitch. For, I think that's now the fourth or fifth corner now for England so far in this first half.
Middle of the goal. Maybe they can create something here.
Let's see. Oh no. Diving header cleared away there from New Zealand. It cleared away from danger, but England still once again retrieve possession. A lob pass from Jordan Henderson to Marcus Rashford. A shot from distance! Oh! Another chance again, but it went wide off the post again. Yeah, they really are trying something new here with and he did bend the ball there. That was not far off actually. That was slightly off target, but yeah, he's definitely trying to experiment with some of these long shots. Then again, of course, I know we haven't had any free kicks as of yet, but I do know that he's pretty decent when it comes to free kicks, Marcus Rashford. Morgan Rogers now. Here's captain Harry Kane. He's been marked by two players. Blocked. A shot there. Pass back. Still in danger now for New Zealand. Rogers. Watkins. Rogers again. Mainu. Spence. Rashford! Oh! Again! Another shot gone wide! But that was a lot more closer. That just went over the bar. That was another great strong shot.
Outside, then again, and that just opens that far post up, to be fair.
Ooh.
I thought.
He is just itching to score this afternoon, I'm sure, over there in America. And as of this evening, covering here.
What Thomas Tuchel wants from this game is minutes in the heat. I'd suggest a clean sheet.
Still nothing.
Comfortable rhythm to carry into the Costa Rica and Croatia games.
Another goal kick to New Zealand as we approach the last 5 minutes. Still England 0, New Zealand 0 in this UEFA International Football Friendly Match. Here from once again the Richard James, of course, or Raymond James, sorry, Stadium here in Tampa Bay, the United States.
A little bit of confidence before they go into games against Iran, Egypt and Belgium.
England have had more possessions so far. And England on the ball again. Here's Rashford. Good pass, Mainu, but clipped away from the New Zealand defence again.
Behind the goalkeeper, so he's not so deep, and those crosses coming in.
And an injury hit season.
I don't care. Get out the box.
Now it's Rex.
I currently have an eyelash in my eye. Apologies that I'm literally have to do this while I'm, of course, reacting to the game here. It's not often I get unusual things in my eye, but I want to make sure that it's out and not giving me too much grief. Another chance, but out for another throw into England. Oh no, it was not a throw in. I think there was a challenge before then, so it's a free kick to New Zealand. As we approach half-time. There will be a bit of stoppage time, but there hasn't been that many injuries as to contend with so far. Good clearance again from Jordan Pickford.
plays a lot of games for England.
Stones.
He hasn't played too many minutes in the Premier
Gets the
League.
ball back. Harry Kane.
In 2026, just 86 Premier League minutes for.
Ball pass back to
turn of the year. Only 331 minutes.
John Stones again.
9th of December.
Back to John Pickford, who kicks the ball out again. Now, Gehi up the left wing.
Influence on the team.
Jordan Henderson. Mainu.
Kwanzaa.
I was going to say that was, my apologies, that was Gerald Kwanzaa.
Henderson.
Of course, I can't fully see distance-wise the players. Another chance! Oh! Another charge out of the box again for the New Zealand keeper. He is on it this afternoon, I have to say. He has been playing very well so far.
In the second half, because all the lads coming off the first half in the dressing room will be going, it's really bad out there.
Absolutely there, Lee. Another chance. Oh, a bit of a late challenge. The whistle went there, so... Oh, that was a throw into England, though, so... It went England's way there, surprisingly. There was a challenge there on, I think, one of the New Zealand players who just rolled after just getting the slightest of touches from one of the England players, I think. Rogers. Oh, he's trying everything and just forcing him out for a goal kick again. As we head to the end of the first half. I think we'll get a few minutes of stoppage time here. 3 added minutes of stoppage time at the end of the first half here. But still nothing in it here at the moment between both sides. Which was quite a surprise, actually. But both teams have definitely had moments. All preparation for the World Cup. Another chance for New Zealand! But no, unfortunately, the Captain Wood just didn't get to it in time. It was just too far forward. Well, I thought he was going to take a shot at that, but no, the ball was a lot more farther away from him than I thought. It was just the angle on the television cameras there. I thought they were going to score there for a moment, New Zealand.
What is the captain of this team? He's the talisman of this team. He's a record breaker. Nobody has scored more goals for New Zealand.
Well, he's had a few chances already. Oh, a bit of mishandling of the ball there from Spence, but well recovered from England. Mainu, Henderson,
Gerald
Kwanzaa.
Time at the end of the first half.
Still trying to find something to go into the second half. If they can try and get even just one goal, that'll still put them in good, of course, spirits. As we approach the last minute. Pass, a little turnaround pass from John Stones. Now back to Gehi.
Spence.
And Digit Spence again. Ball comes in. Heads! Oh, what a goal! Brilliant header! Finally, Captain Harry Kane has finally broken that, of course, 0-0 scoreline. And on the stroke of, once again, half-time, Harry Kane, the captain, makes it 1-0 to England over New Zealand. Brilliant finish there from the captain. Well played. Absolutely brilliant. Let's see it on the replay. That was a great little lob pass and a great little header there to the right side. Completely catching the keeper off guard there, off his line. It was just the slightest of touches off his head, but that was a brilliant finish from the captain once again, and skipper Harry Kane. As I said, the spin on the ball was just enough. But there we go. What a way to do it. And there you have it, everybody.
Goal on his 113th cap for England.
Amazing. Well done, Harry.
Gary Lineker's World Cup haul as well. In the next couple
And there you go. That's the half-time whistle. What a way to finish the half.
just prior to the break. Minutes on the pitch for this first 11. England will end up changing all of those in the second half. They have been pretty comfortable. A few border raids from New Zealand. Not the most swashbuckling performance from England in that first 45 minutes, but job done and minutes in the bank. Reaction on the way. Half-time in Tampa. England lead by a goal to nil.
Well, there you go, everybody. Well, that was quite the not inexperienced, but quite of course, unpredictable and quite a unexpected, of course, first half performance there from England. They weren't as dominant as we thought would be, but then New Zealand did have a few chances here and there for, of course, against England. But all importantly, after a brilliant lob pass there from Didjed Spence, that was then received from, of course, a light touch header from, once again, the captain and skipper Harry Kane in the last minute of course, injury time there at the end of the first half. And there is, of course, that is the only goal that is currently, as it stands at the moment, in this third, of course, international football friendly, of course, by UEFA. Once again, of course, we'll be back underway after the break, of course, but at the end of the first half, rather, here once again at the Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay, the United States. The half-time score, England 1, New Zealand 0. Join us after the break for live coverage of the second half. See you in a few minutes. Kia ora and welcome back, England football fans, to once again live coverage of once again the third and also the first of two Florida Series matches of England versus New Zealand as part of the UEFA International Football Friendly Matches is here from once again the Raymond James Stadium as it's over there in the United States, but broadcasted here on Jackpot Button Lewis Sport Productions and here from our studio here in England, the United Kingdom. The score at the moment after an all-important last-minute header in the end of injury time, at the end of the third minute of injury time there at the end of the first half. England once again currently leading 1-0 thanks to the captain and skipper Harry Kane on his 130th cap for the team, and once again a few chances once again have gone of course not exactly missing, but there has been still a few little chances here and there for the All Whites, so this game is still far from over, but England most importantly are leading, and they are hoping to try and extend that lead with a complete change of the team as we go into the second half. So let's join back to Mark Palgach and also Karen Carney and also Roy Keane and Sam Matterface and Lee Dixon.
The World Cup starts this Thursday, but we've got plenty more football to keep you entertained before that. Later tonight, live coverage of Brazil, Egypt on ITVX. Tomorrow we'll bring you Morocco, Norway from 7:50 on ITV4. And after their loss to Spain last night, the Lionesses are back in action on Tuesday. They play the last World Cup qualifier against Ukraine at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Join Katie Shanahan from 7:30 ITV1 for that one. They were with England's men's team again Wednesday night as they face Costa Rica in their final warm-up match in Tampa. 8 p.m. also ITV1 and STV will be live from our New York studio for that one. Now,
very exciting indeed there, Mark.
They are in the Sports Illustrated Stadium in New Jersey, 4-0 up on Bolivia at half-time.
Wow, amazing. That's Scotland there. Incredible.
Shankland with the goals there, and England have changed their entire team for the second half.
That is just crazy. So now as it stands, James Trafford, the third choice keeper, is in goal. We got Reece James, Ezri Konsa, Dan Burn, Tino Livramento, Jude Bellingham, Finley, of course Elliot Anderson, sorry, I thought he's also in with some relation. And also we got Ngomana making his England cap debut with Ivan Toney. And also, as a quick reminder as well, with the little update to the team.
Yes, he's given everyone 45 minutes. I think perfect scenario for the England manager, as long as there's no injuries. Everyone, before you're going to get 45 minutes, unless of course anyone pulls up in the second now. Ideal scenario for the England manager, give everyone a run out. See what you can do, go and enjoy it. Give them maybe 1 or 2 headaches. Enjoy like the ladies are dancing, yes.
Yeah, there's a load of ladies loving it so far.
Up to 24 hours before your first game. So my point being, if Rio Ngomana plays really well and somebody were to get injured up in a forward position.
Yeah, look, I wouldn't want that for anyone to get injured, but obviously, again, it gives him an opportunity if he plays well. If it does happen, God forbid, he's fit and fresh and he's been in the environment and exposed to it. So, yeah, look, like what Roy said.
Yeah, we obviously want to conserve these players, of course, their fitness and physique, of course, their physical fitness, especially with the next few weeks ahead. So that's the first time we've seen the whole team be substituted at half-time with a change of goalkeepers and defenders, midfielders and forwards.
That's a player's job. That is your job always, whether it be training session or the hotel matches. Can I impress the manager? Well, I tell you, the Scots are impressing Steve Clarke at the moment, aren't they? 4-0 up. That's terrific.
That's amazing. What a great start for Scotland for the first time at a FIFA World Cup for more than over 28 years, since 1998. So this is a great warm-up for the Scots, the Thistles. The Red Lions, of course, nicknamed on their emblem of their badge. Then to the Three Lions for England. Thank you very much, Mark. As we get back underway, England can return to the pitch, and now the whole team have had a little change. A few high fives out to some of the travelling England fans here that Thomas Tuchel's gave a hand to. We've got Nico O'Reilly also just putting up his socks on the pitch right now as the all-white team of New Zealand are about to come on as well. Jude Bellingham is also just there on screen right now, and we have the other, of course, once again, 13 players of the 26-man squad who are ready to really show what they can do. And we got Anthony Gordon just closing his eyes, just moving his body, just getting himself centred and focused as we stand by for the second half of this UEFA International Football Friendly here from the home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers American football team in the NFL, here once again at the Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa Bay. And once again, there's Ivan Toney there, along with Timo Livramento.
And Spence have been the left backs so far today.
Well, yeah, I think obviously when the left back position was being looked at, O'Reilly was very, very dominant for Manchester City, albeit a slightly morphed.
Wood stands by to kick the ball.
Case again, him being
the New Zealand captain on the middle.
There's a few players sitting at home, sure.
The whistle goes, and we're underway with the second half of, once again, this third and penultimate UEFA International Football Friendly match, England versus New Zealand. And with the score after half-time, that last-minute opening goal from the captain and skipper Harry Kane that makes a difference. And once again, James Trafford, the third-choice goalkeeper, is in once again takes over his place. And this is, of course, a huge change there. John Stones is off for, my apologies here, Konza was actually on the bench initially. Nico O'Reilly. It hasn't updated here on my phone, so I'm just keeping an eye on it. Gehi is off for Byrne. Dan Byrne of Newcastle United. And once again, also Captain Harry Kane is off as well for Ivan Toney. So I think Henderson will is already given the captain's armband to has already given it to him. Rashford is off for Anthony Gordon.
Being spoken to by the referee.
Wow, I was going to say, yeah. And the female referee just telling him to there. That was a bit of a nasty push there. I'm just saying, calm it down. So, like, you know, this is only a friendly. Henderson is off also for Elliot Anderson. So this is quite interesting now, because since Harry Maguire has not been chosen, Mainu is off for O'Reilly. I don't know who would be vice-captain here at the moment. As well as Morgan Rogers for Jude Bellingham.
The game started now, even though you got 10 minutes before the game.
And Ollie Watkins off for Ngoma, the new one of the new England players. I think who plays for Brighton and Hove Albion, I think, to my knowledge. I haven't actually seen him play that often. Dido Spence off for Tino Livramento.
One of them was a goal, another one was a
and Gerald Quanta off for Reece James of Chelsea.
New Zealand have made a change. Joe Bell has gone out at half-time and he's been replaced by
Rufer, yeah, number 4, and that's R-U-F-E-R, so not like roof as like someone would work on a roof of a house, everybody. I know it sounded a bit like that, but there we go, that's all of the England changes.
in England colours, but being seen in familiar red.
Absolutely, as we've seen. Here's Gordon. Oh, well, it did a cross, but it got deflected. It's a corner though to England. So, a reshuffle of the team. Loads of pieces of fresh meat out there on the field, all trying to get as much experience and in preparation to make these last 2 friendly games count as a last dress rehearsal for, of course, the first match of the World Cup, kicking off later on this month again on the 17th against Croatia. And there's a another little chin wag there for the number 13 there from the referee of the New Zealand player. Bellingham's been marked on either side there. Oh, there was a volley chance that got deflected. Punched away. Oh, nearly a mistake there for New Zealand, and nearly Dan Byrne with a chance on goal. Wow. And once again, he's the tallest player out of all of the 25 players. There was a volley there, chance for O'Reilly. Oh, and yeah, the header sadly was just off target there for Dan Byrne. But good chance, good early chance there. As the first 5 minutes are already up. As we approach the 50th minute, still England with that all-important 1-0 lead. There's a challenge there. I was going to say, it looks like Jude Bellingham, he's wearing the captain's armband. Now, it's not often that we see Jude Bellingham be captain here, but I think he's had to just adapt just for this evening's fixture. You know, normally he's an outside player, normally. He normally plays as a forward, but I think it's the first time I've actually seen him with the captain's armband on in any England international match. Easy save for Trafford. Rolls the ball back out.
Just a little over a week away.
Tell you what, not one of those.
Here's Dan Byrne.
One shot as soon as we kick off in a week's time. remember any of them.
And that's what we should bear in mind. All of these matches that building up
Konza.
are just preparation games for next Thursday's big kickoff.
Absolutely, you're right there, Sam. They've been working hard recently in training, and there's been some very promising performances from a majority of the England side so far, which is to be expected because they want to fancy their chances in this World Cup. Great through ball. Here's a chance now for Anthony Gordon. Cross. Oh, no one got there. That was no one was on the end of that ball, and they clear it away from danger. New Zealand. They're keeping it on, but just before it went out, past the touchline, but now it's gone out for a throw-in.
Certainly the run from Gordon, maybe the cross.
That was a lovely little lob pass straight to Gordon's feet. There was a cross. But yeah, I think I don't know who that was, but he was just out of place, so he sadly was just too far forward, so missed out on a great one-touch cross there and a shot on goal. But don't worry, there's plenty of time. We've only just 5 or 6 minutes into the second half here, and I'm sure England would like to score another goal here. I am definitely feeling hungry for more, I'm sure.
Of course, of the last few months, some of the players have put them in their houses. Their marginal gains kit is getting a lot of attention. They've got the wristbands that monitor all of their vitals.
Interesting.
Oxygen chambers have been used.
Very important to keep their eye on each of the players' health and fitness, especially the worst case scenario if any of them get injured. And I can see that's the first time, as I've said before, I've seen the whole England team getting a complete substitute.
A game like this, the quality of the team is still stellar.
Absolutely, you're right there, Sam. But then again, over the last few years, they've managed to make it to 2, of course, European Championship finals. And 4 years ago, they got to a quarter-final at the Qatar World Cup 4 years ago in 2022. Another chance, blocked. Cleared away, but still in danger. Memento. Shot on there, but no, headed out again. But well retrieved again from England. Still putting the pressure on here, Reece James.
Rio and Gamoa.
In Gamoa.
Jude Bellingham.
Bellingham.
Now Tino Livramento.
And Memento. Gordon. Still trying to find a gap through that New Zealand defence. Livramento again on the left side. Crosses. Long cross, but it just goes over. It's just kicked a bit too long.
Here he goes again.
Ngumba again. Ooh, nearly. Cross, but headed out desperately again from New Zealand. But England still pressurising the New Zealand opposition here still. They go again here. They're being relentless here, and this is brilliant to see. This has been a very good...
the actual World Cup squad for the first time since 1986.
Wow. Very interesting there to hear, Sam. All this talent from some of the best clubs in the English Premier League. Oh, and now a shot deflected. Oh, and that was a late challenge there. Oh, and I think that's Elliot Anderson. Oh, he's in a bit of pain. He's wincing. Not the cleanest challenge there from the number 10. Let's have a look. Looked like I'm not sure if he did grab his shirt, but he definitely grabbed something. Oh, he didn't have the cleanest of landings on the ground there, but I think he's
96 times more than
it looks like he's having a bit of concern with his left wrist there, but yeah, I think he's okay. Reece James with the free kick here.
Forrest couldn't give the ball away quite a lot for him to win the ball back. Maybe that's something to do with it.
Now we know that his form at Chelsea hasn't been that good recently due to injury. It's an indirect free kick. Here the ball comes in. Oh, there was challenges in the box.
Inside that penalty area, which is
Wasted chance there, unlucky. It looks like New Zealand are... There was a real scuffle there. I was going to say 2 players went down. I think that was Dan Burn and Jude Bellingham. Just sadly challenged both sides.
Season against Cincinnati. You just saw a quick glimpse of the Buccaneers' boat. A tall ship behind the goal, which the England fans have definitely been enjoying.
Well, it's a very famous landmark of the stadium. Once again, home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers NFL American football team.
England will have to rock the boat in the second.
Well, let's see. At least there's smooth seas for England at the moment as they are continuing their voyage here in the land of the home of the home of the free and land of the brave. I meant to say there, of course.
The fizz has gone out of New Zealand.
And don't forget, in just a few weeks' time, there'll be the debut on my brand new themed World Cup football vlog series of World Cup 26, The America's Dream, coming out in just a few weeks' time from the 14th of June here on Jackpot Button Lewis Productions here on YouTube. And I would love to all of you England fans to go and support that whenever possible. I'd really appreciate your support. And don't forget, if you want to be involved in this series in any way, don't forget to give me a direct message here on YouTube, and I would love to have you be a part of it in any way, with having memories of you experiencing England at a World Cup particularly, or also a match prediction as well as with a half full-time score. And your opinion on the team also ahead of this, of course, month's World Cup as of this summer. Anyway, it's a free kick here now for England, and this is direct at goal here. So I think, yeah, Reece James is standing by. Now we do know he can score from free kicks. He did that against, I think it was Malta. During the qualifiers for the World Cup last year. Let's see if he can get a goal here. Let's see. Can he do a David Beckham? Let's see. Can he bend that ball?
Only one England goal so far.
He kicks straight to the wall though. Unlucky. But well retrieved the ball back. Anderson. And Gumba. Pass back. Eddie Anderson. James. Ngumba again. Nico O'Reilly. Konza.
England have never failed to score against New Zealand, albeit it's a tiny sample.
Well, they've already done that now. That's good to know, Sam. And I'm sure they want to try and double that lead.
Just 3 days later.
And then they can have some breathing space. But worst case scenario, if they concede it, they're back where they started. But that is definitely not an option for England this evening, I'm sure. Here's Bellingham. Oh, great pressurising. Some great skill on the ball. Gordon, another cheeky through ball again. Livramento. Bellingham, pass it back. Very quick passing. Oh, a challenge in the box!
The offside flag was up.
Oh, I thought that could have been a penalty there. But it's a lifeline for New Zealand. There was an offside, surprisingly. Let's have a look. I mean, the referee linesman did signal it. Let's have a look who was offside. Yeah, there we go. I could just see it. He was just a few metres off and then fell over. I don't know if that was a dive. No, he was definitely tackled from behind there. I think that was a little more. Ooh, he's not happy. from
over on the far side.
Ivan Toney.
Aaron Paisley, really pleased.
He shows his disapproval of that challenge.
He's about to make a couple of changes.
Well, yeah, it looks like there's going to be almost a, I think it's a triple substitution it stands here for New Zealand. Number 21, 19 and 4 are about to come on here. And also Payne, number 2. He's set to come on as well. Oh no, he was playing at the start, so I think he's just waiting for permission to go back onto the field to avoid a yellow card. Oh, but there was a call, there was VAR called for that potential penalty check here.
VAR now looking at that potential penalty. I think we are going to get our substitutions whilst we're having this delay here.
I didn't realise they were going to do a VAR check here, even though that was an offside.
Alerted to the VAR check. It seems to have been ongoing for quite some while.
I was going to say, I mean, they're looking into it because it looked like there was definite contact.
Randall, Tyler Bindon, Ben Old all coming
But,
on. Garbett, Payne and
yeah, it's still going on here. Let's hear from the referee as the check is still going here. We'll hear from the referee because since she's got a headset.
Well, there's so much more for VAR to look at this World Cup because of the changes in the guidance that the IFAB have implemented. We were a little bit concerned earlier when we were speaking to our laws analyst, Christina Unkel, who's going to join us for the tournament.
Yeah, I do know that. Well, the check is over. No penalty, I think.
So much to unpick for the
A
referee.
very lucky break there for New Zealand because that could have been another potential penalty or another goal at on the receiving end of that for England. As once again, it's still, as we reach the 62nd minute, England still lead 1-0 thanks to the goal, and Garbett is off, number 7 for number 21 Randall of the New Zealand substitutes. Payne, number 2, goes off for Bindon, number 4. So it was number 4, not 14, my apologies. And Kaksi goes off for number 19 with the surname Mould. Literally, there is a player that's got the surname Mould there. I didn't think you'd hear that, of course, from me, but there you go. But yeah, as it stands, that... Oh, God, there's a few challenges there again. They are really getting clobbered here, New Zealand. England are really... hopefully not trying to break their disciplinary record, but they are making it a bit harder here for the All Whites here. Ooh. Questionable challenge there from Bellingham, but no yellow cards, so they've worked hard here so far, England. And they deserve the 1-0 lead, once again thanks to a last-minute goal scored in the end of stoppage time of the first half, once again, sorry, from the skipper and captain for England, Harry Kane.
Darren Paisley has decided not to do that today.
New Zealand team have another water break, as myself as well.
The Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay today to watch England, which is a pretty good attendance, really, stellar attendance, really, for a friendly taking place in Tampa. So many England flags, so many England supporters have made the journey out here.
That's amazing to see. 17 attempts so far for England, over 2 still for New Zealand.
Had to get World Cup tickets and the huge cost implications of them. Lovely run.
Another chance here for England. Oh, that ball was just too long. What a good chance there for Ivan Toney. Another alert bit of goalkeeping there from the New Zealand goalkeeper. We can just remind you, if I didn't know already, with the capacity of the stadium here as being one of the many, of course, stadiums in the United States hosting this summer's FIFA World Cup. It has 69,218, and it's also expandable from also to 75,000. Just for those of you that might be interested.
James. Engamo's had a lot of touches in.
But we'll obviously give you more information on when and that stadium and which matches will be played later on. Of course, in a few weeks' time when I cover once again the FIFA World Cup, not just the England games for in World Cup 26, the America's Dream, but here's now a chance here for New Zealand. Oh, but yeah, the ball tried to go for a little cheeky lob cross, but no, that already went out, and it's another goal kick to England. I have to still give it to New Zealand though, because they are trying to find something here at the moment. They are trying to prove that they could be a team that could possibly would like to go far in just a few weeks' time. They want to try and improve their best result of the group stages back at the 2010 World Cup, as we mentioned earlier on.
Team made a thumbs up.
But yet to win a game, but they are still undefeated in major competitions. Once again, the first time they last were at the World Cup, as I said already, is not just 2010 but also 1982 in Spain was the first time that this nation got the chance to qualify for the World Cup. I don't think they got that far. I think they still had very similar results to many years later. But this will be their third World Cup as of this summer. But anyway, back to the game. Still, England, most of the players still trying to pass the ball around. Over 442 passes have been completed so far. They are just almost doubling the amount of passes. That's double the amount of passes that even New Zealand have done thus far in the whole game.
Wants to see his players work at their maximum today. Test themselves in the heat and humidity of the Florida summer.
Here's Livramento. Passes it to the other side, another chance, blocked! It looked like, I think that came off a few defenders. Oh, but it did come off an arm, I think, of, not sure if that was of an England player.
The third quarter to an end, as I'm sure it is. It's a hydration break.
I think that was, I didn't know if that came off an England player, I think. There's Harry Kane. Nice, and taking it easy. Nice and relaxed. And of course, on the subs bench. And there we go, they stop play for another obligatory water break here.
England against Ukraine, the Lioness is back in action Tuesday night, 7:30, ITV1 and STV. And the international football continues. Wednesday night, England against Costa Rica. Thomas Tuchel's final friendly before the World Cup, 8 o'clock ITV1 and STV. Argentina, Iceland follows 2 AM ITVX. And then World Cup 2026, the opening ceremony, and Mexico against South Africa is live from 6:15 on Thursday. Let's go down to Gabriel Clark.
Very exciting indeed, and it's not long to wait.
Thank you, Sam. Yes, 4 England players are not in Tampa. They're arriving into Florida tonight. The Arsenal quartet, Declan Rice, Eberici Eze, Noni Madueke and Bukayo Saka, given 5 days off after the Champions League final and then the Arsenal title parade.
Yeah, I thought that's why they weren't playing tonight. Yep, they're just being rested.
Training session first thing tomorrow, and then will be available for selection for the final friendly against Costa Rica in Orlando on Wednesday. The 4 standby players, Rio Ungamoa, Alex Scott, Josh King and Ethan Wanieri, who've been out here with the squad since Monday, will stay with them till Saturday, so they'll be in Orlando as well. And it's just worth confirming, if England gets an injury to one of their outfield 23 named in the World Cup squad, they have up to 24 hours before their first World Cup game against Croatia to call up a replacement, but let's hope that is not required.
Hopefully not there. Thank you very much there, Gabriel. So there we go. So as you just heard there, Bukayo Saka and also Eberechi Eze, I initially thought they were on the bench tonight, but they have, as you heard, been given 5 additional days of rest after following an unfortunate loss on penalties over the 2-time now Champions League champions. I was going to say that was that penalty decision earlier on, and we did actually see that happen. They did actually now show it since the game has stopped, and that was so unlucky. Where Tony was, he was just ahead by his shoulder, I think, before he was brought down. So sadly, that did trump over a challenge in the penalty box. So well, it's a good job that New Zealand didn't give that away, because I feel like that could have been a game, of course, ending chance there for England. Still, only 1 goal in it as we approach the, once again, the last 20 minutes of this friendly game. This international, UEFA International Football Friendly. The first one played here in the state of Florida, in the United States. And James Trafford passes the ball back to
All black jersey is very, very famous.
Dan Burn.
Sacred in New Zealand. I think that's why the rest of the sporting teams want to take it on in some guise. So they should.
Absolutely, I agree there, Sam. You need to be match ready in just a few weeks' time, so they want to try and get as many goals as possible and prove that this country, of course our team, can be ones to go hopefully all the way. And what happened just a few years ago, in quite the controversial way, with the unfortunate penalty miss for Harry Kane, who very rarely misses penalties, even though he did score one initially over France. But as it stands, Argentina have retained the World Cup for the first time since the year of that being of 1978. Some more quick passing here. Nice turn from Nico O'Reilly. Livramento. Gordon. A little hop, skip there, and a jump there. Oh, nice little run, and little chance. Oh! Oh, there was a chance for Ivan Toney. A shot, but blocks from one of the defenders of New Zealand again. And cleared out for a throw-in for England.
Taking on his fullback, didn't quite get his trick.
New Zealand are trying everything to stop England scoring again here. But that was a very good little threatening run. Little quick pass to Ivan Toney, but he was just pushed out. Then Bellingham tried to go for a shot, and that got blocked from one of the defenders, who then went to the ground. I think he nearly got winded by that ball in the stomach, to be fair.
This is two teams, mixed teams, that haven't really ever played together before, and they're finding those connections. That excuse the fact that England haven't really added to their goal tally in the second half.
There's lots of reasons.
Well, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen England play New Zealand before, to be fair, Sam. It was going to be a little bit...
with a mix of first-team players and obviously...
a bit of a mismatch, really, to be honest.
I think everybody would like to see a little bit more of a team that might start against Croatia forming. We certainly will against Costa Rica, I'm sure.
Well, I'm sure, hopefully, you might get that wish, Lee, because England are still determined to get another goal here, so they are still really working hard as a team here, and this is the most important here. As long as they don't give a goal away to New Zealand, which hopefully I'm sure they won't, they've still got under 15 minutes to try and get 2 goals ahead here. There's still England... It's still 1-0 here over New Zealand. 1-0 here at the Raymond James Stadium with 3 attempts on target so far for England. Only 1 to New Zealand as it stands. As we approach the final quarter of the game. Oh, another good chance. Oh, that just got blocked. A chance for Ivan Toney once again. Nico Riley. Just clear it away there, New Zealand. Nearly out for a throw-in. Nice little turn again. Ngumba. Oh, I was going to say that chance there. I think it just got run out wide there. I think that's, yeah, it is a corner.
Trying to make the full back to something. He's got trick after trick.
So Reece James is going to stand by with the corner on the right-hand side. This time on the left side of the pitch. 2 more subs are warming up for the New Zealand side, number 17 and number 3. They'll be on very shortly.
The referee going to speak to players in the first half from the set pieces, but it's been a lot more evident in the second half. Jude Bellingham has...
as I said, they're just trying anything to make it tough. They're not trying to put their hands on him. They're just trying to, just push them forward just to make it tough. You know, so they don't try and get to a clean line to the ball when the ball comes in. He kicks, heads. Oh, 2 heads. Oh, unlucky. It just went offside. My apologies. I wouldn't say offside, but it just went off. That was a good header, but no, I think it was just headed out by a New Zealand defender. I thought that was England, but corner taken quickly from Ivan Toney. Up the right side again, Ngumba again. The ball comes in, long ball. No, that was just too long, unlucky. Another good chance for Ivan Toney, and it's a goal kick to New Zealand.
New Zealand do drop. Always opportunities around the 6-yard box.
But here comes the substitution. Number 11 is coming off. Yeah, just number 11 goes off for... Yeah, De Vries. Yeah, they actually have a player called De Vries. No relation to the racing driver Nick De Vries of Holland. And number 9, the captain Wood, goes on for Baba Rouse's number 17. I'm going to say that's his 78th cap so far for New Zealand. Once again, the Karakum stands by with the corner kick, goal kick, sorry, for New Zealand.
For New Zealand, and an opportunity for Francis De Vries to Try and swing this into the box.
There's an indirect free kick here for New Zealand. Kicks, heads, but headed out. Oh, and I was going to say, I think Trafford got a hand to it, but I think the ball already crossed the line, so it's already a goal kick for England there, I think.
This is the first corner of...
No. Oh, my apologies. I think he just put a hand to it, so I didn't realise that still count as well, actually. That's the first time I've actually seen that actually happen, to be fair. England with all to do to try and hold on to this narrow 1-0 lead and to try to keep this clean sheet if possible. Ball comes in, headed high, but another great high angle save from James Trafford. Much to the relief of course, his English defenders. And he rolls the ball out. Dan Burn. Gordon. Back to Burn again. Nice lob pass. Oh, that was just a bit too long there, and it's out for a throw-in.
Added minutes to 22 different players today. First time that they have done so in any fixture since June 2004 when they played Iceland in a warm-up game before the Euro 2004 tournament.
Interesting. Long ball, but that was straight back to Trafford. Oof. Threatening chance there from one of the New Zealand forwards, but he managed to roll the ball out quickly. He was not spooked by that little bit of intimidation from one of the Kiwi forwards.
But I just think moving forward, do we need an extra game? We've not had an awful lot of games recently. Can we play a team that's nearly resembles the team that's going to go out against Croatia, or is this the right way to do it? Time will tell.
Contact was made with Miami United about a behind closed doors set piece session.
Very interesting. Some very interesting words there, Lee. But then again, I still feel like that they don't want to try and put too much pressure on them. So there's a chance for England here. That's a good chance for Tony. Bellingham. Oh, he took a shot, but that was off target. Oh, and he... Oh! And I wouldn't be surprised, I just read his mouth. I think he just threw an F-bomb in frustration. That was a nice little touch from the back of his right foot. It's a good little run there from Jude Bellingham. He could feel like he could definitely put that kind of goal away. That shot away for as a goal.
Just a couple of things on your minutes discussion that you were having. They spoke to Miami United about doing that sort of set-piece session where they're...
Yeah, he took a shot, but it was the angle was just way too high, frustratingly. Oh, and look at this! Out of nowhere, it looks like the goalkeeper is going to be replaced here for New Zealand here, which I certainly was not expecting that, of course, but I think it was going to be the same, like just for England.
So, if you play a team today for 60 minutes or whatever, and a couple of subs...
It's not often that we get to see the goalkeeper being replaced. I think the last time that happened, obviously, was at that charity game, of course, the football match of Soccer Aid for UNICEF, which I know was a brilliant watch. I know if some of you might not have known already. It's still available to watch on catch-up here on Jackpot Button Lewis Productions. It's a very good watch to celebrate the 20th anniversary of this charity football event. And it's been a life-changing one for children all across the world, founded by the one and only legendary pop artist, Mr. Robbie Williams, with England against the Soccer Aid World 11 at the London Stadium, home of West Ham United. Another chance for New Zealand, but another, of course, fearless save there from James Trafford.
A new goalkeeper as well.
He just stretches his legs. He was just caught on the break there. And they going for a huge, almost like multiple substitution here, New Zealand. For the last 6 minutes. Still England with that 1-0 lead.
Sees the introduction of Michael Wood.
I was going to say that was the name of the captain earlier on, but he has been replaced now. And the main goalkeeper, Kakum, goes off.
Paulson who's going to come on, not Wood. They got the wrong number there. Alex Paulson.
Boxall number 5, who had a good chance earlier on, is off as well.
He played really well in the
Ralston
first half of the game against
is in his place.
impressive with his
Singh
feet.
goes off for
Actually at Bournemouth.
Kawat, number 20. Stamanic, number 18, goes off for Bayliss, number 25. Yeah, and Krokum, as I just mentioned, off for number 12, Paulson, as the replacement goalkeeper. Sermon number 16 is off for Pidgianka, number 15. And Boxall off for Elliott, number 24. And that was about 4 or 5 substitutions there for New Zealand. Nice, good little cheeky through ball. Oh, a tackle from behind though on that was Pidgianka there.
It's a little bit too aggressive.
He took Ivan Toney out. Oof. Catching a little bit of cramp there. He's limping a little. Oof, that late challenge on him. That could be a bit of a worry.
They're expecting to beat New Zealand. It looks like they're going to do that.
Well, I know they could have asked for another goal here, but they just sadly haven't had chances on target for it. It might seem a bit of a, I wouldn't say a lackluster performance, but then again, this could shut me up. Here's Jude Bellingham. Oh, a good shot, but it was saved. Great hands from the keeper. What a great, strong shot on goal there from Anthony Gordon there. Yeah, I was going to say, not the cleanest of saves, but he just did it enough with both hands. That's their 4th attempt on target now for England as we approach the last 3 minutes, and we might have some injury time as well. New Zealand now in possession. Good tackle.
He learned when watching the Club World Cup last year, the fact that intensity will drop at certain times, and there are moments in the game where England would sort of go through lulls, but then when they wanted and needed to up it, they should be able to do that. That's what he wants from the team.
Well, they've definitely had chances here, so they've definitely been a little bit unpredictable for New Zealand as of this evening. Reece James retrieves the ball. Good little run from Ngumba. Oh, he nearly gets took out there. He was just off balance. He regained his balance. Oh, tackle from behind though.
England fans are going to say to him quite quickly.
Well, I was going to say, I'm surprised. Yeah, Rio, that was his first name. I've been trying to remember it. He's obviously new to the team. He tried to do a little, like, spin around with the ball, but, yeah, he sadly just ran into the player, but he, one of the New Zealand players, took him out still anyway, so he was definitely having a little bit of flair there, Rio Ngumba there. It's the first time I've actually seen him in an England shirt. I don't know if he's actually has made the final 26-man squad, but he could be a future player to play maybe at a future Euros tournament, maybe come the qualifiers next year in 2027 for UEFA Euro 2028 when it comes back here to the UK and played all over the UK, including England, Scotland, Wales, and also Ireland.
Blow the final whistle, the Mexican wave started. This is the brilliant ball in.
I was going to say, there was the shot there. Once again, the goal, the only goal from Jed Spence with the assist. A great ball there, and that little slight touch header from Harry Kane has been the only goal that has made all the difference this evening. But as of this afternoon over in America, as we approach the last minute of the 90.
Maybe Thomas Tuchel might be concerned about is when he's not on the pitch, they don't tend to score too many goals.
Absolutely, because I know that the fans are in quite high demand. They want to see them score a load more than just these narrow 1-0 wins, but
Randall in attendance.
there's always a
Elliott's just fed the ball to Callum McCowart.
there's always a chance of pushing too hard too soon.
The other end of the pitch, and Bellingham is interrupted.
But another chance here for England here. He's onside. Anthony Gordon up the left wing. Oh, and the ball goes out. Throw in.
Second half team.
Be interesting to see how Tuchel is feeling after this performance from his England team as of this evening. And we have full added minutes of injury time and stoppage time at the end of the 90 minutes here. Can we see one final goal? Can they finish off with a flourish here, England? Then just finishing with just only one singular goal.
And scored right at the end of the first half. Maybe they can get another right at the end of the second half here.
Well, that's what I was just about to say there, Sam. It looked like you were just about to read my mind just then. I was exactly going to say the same thing. Rian Gumba.
Against Costa Rica, I think it's important now we've watched the game, how much of a training.
Oh, I was going to say, I didn't know if there was a challenge on. Looked like, I don't know, did he have a little bit of a cramp there, Konza? Oh, I was going to say, he just got clipped on his left ankle. That did look nasty.
There's a concern at this stage.
Yeah, this is a bit worrying here, especially when it comes to injuries here.
No one wants to.
This is really squeaky bum time because we don't want any major injuries to be happening with over
11 days' time.
only just one more game before the World Cup. Good through ball. Here's a cross. Oh, unlucky. That was a goal. Oh, I was going to say, I thought that had a goal written all over it, but I was going to say I definitely heard a whistle call there for offside. And apologies for that. That was just coming off my phone. It's just come through the laptop. Someone's been trying to message me just right now, but I'll get to that very shortly after. Last 2 minutes. And once again, another offside for England there. I know they've been trying to play as far forward as possible, but New Zealand playing the offside trap there this time round again to frustrate England here.
There's been one or two promising performances. I thought Jed Spence and Marcus Rashford in the first half did themselves no harm at all. Second
Absolutely.
I think when you're sitting on the bench watching, that's when Anthony Gordon comes on and goes, we've got to be better than Marcus Rashford. Livramento have got to be better than Jed Spence. And I think the first half performers were slightly easier in the first half. You're starting from scratch. When you're coming on in the second half.
Here's another chance. Very good through ball. Reece James crossed, but easily picked off again from New Zealand. Oh, good challenge there again from Reece James. Oof. I was going to say it's a throw-in. As we approach the last 30 seconds. Could they maybe score here? I'm being hopeful here.
But as I said, it's all down to
Well,
the fact that
they're taking the throw-in quickly.
there's a training session and nothing more than that, because we haven't got an awful lot more.
One last chance. Can they make it count?
Exactly, apart from the fitness levels.
Rio and Gumba. Oh, he's up the right side. Oh, he's been marked. Again. Oh, he passed the ball back. Ball comes in again. Oh, blocked again. Oh, still in. Oh, well, I think that was a bit of a questionable challenge there. But there we go. That is the full-time whistle. They have done enough.
As far as England are concerned, as far as Thomas Tuchel is concerned, it's job done and on to the next.
Yeah.
Those fans turned up in their droves today. 28,000 in a Tampa Bay Stadium hosting a friendly against New Zealand is nothing short of a stellar response from the England supporters. And Harry Kane on the score sheet once again to score his 79th international goal.
Amazing.
The one that steers England to victory. Lots of minutes in the bank for every one of the outfield players that will go to the World Cup in England colours, apart from the quartet from Arsenal that's still yet to join up with the squad. But it's Harry Kane again who steals the show with a deft header that gives Thomas Tuchel victory in their penultimate friendly before the World Cup starts in earnest. Join us for the final one on Wednesday night when England take on Costa Rica. But it's finished here in Tampa at the Raymond James Stadium. England 1, New Zealand 0.
England's next and final warm-up match on Wednesday night in Orlando. We'll bring it to you when we're in our New York studio. The World Cup starts the next night. Karen, the result in many ways is irrelevant. Bit of air in the lungs, bit of miles in the legs. That's really what it's about. And fingers crossed, no injuries.
Yeah, that was the biggest one there. And Conte went down. I was a bit like, oh, hopefully he's all right. But yeah, I mean, as a friendly and a build-up match for a World Cup, that was perfect, really. Minutes, no injuries, and started to get the rhythm. Didn't set the world alight, but we're not expecting that for this game tonight.
What do you think, Roy?
Yeah, just like the pre-season game. Yeah, obviously just a reminder, we know that England have a lot of good players, but Kane is the main man. You know, reminds us every time he plays for England, he's top man. But yeah, it was going to be disjointed with all the changes. There's no surprises. Again, let's not overanalyze it. It's like a training session, fitness session. Hopefully, for England's point of view, there'll be no reaction after the game. Sometimes you might feel something the following day. They'll get ready for next friendly. Maybe the next game, some of the players will get 60, 70 minutes, obviously building up. But yeah, just like a pre-season game, and everyone's just nice, relaxed kind of mood with everybody. The key was no injuries.
Anthony Gordon looked bright though, didn't he? I think I'd feel bright if I just signed for Barcelona as well. I'd feel pretty good about life.
And to be fair, Ngamana did. I know he's not going, but the two wide players brought a bit of energy, positivity, took people on, travelled with the ball, got us some territory. But yeah, they both look sharp, so that was a positive.
Yeah, I think when you're playing a really poor team like that, you try not to be too disappointed. But the attacking players, when you're up against lesser opposition, I'm probably disappointed they didn't get more action or get more shots on target, or certainly not to score a goal. So it might be an element of disappointment from the attacking point of view.
Yeah.
But we go back to it. It was just like a training session, and glad to get through it.
Do you think Wednesday night they play Costa Rica, the final warm-up game, would you anticipate he would start with the team he would want to start against Croatia for the first game?
Well, we get the Arsenal players back, so that'd be interesting whether he embeds them in, and obviously Henderson as well from Palace, whether he thinks actually I need to give them 20-30 or let's go with it, let's see how they are. So that'll be interesting how he manages them in, but I would like to see more players that are going to start the opening game, get a good 60 minutes, purely because I want to see a bit more rhythm to this team. As Roy mentioned, the changes disrupt the team. At some point we've got to build connections and start getting ready for that, so I want to see us maybe a starting 11 and a little bit more minutes.
That's on Wednesday night. This evening, a 1-0 win for England. Harry Kane, yet again, his 67th goal of the season. Enough, as England just start to wind up properly their preparations for the World Cup.
Well, there you you go, everybody. Well, we weren't expecting a little bit of analysis there from, once again, Mark Palgach and Karen Carney, and also Roy Keane. But there we go, everybody. Quite a passable performance there, I think, for England. Nothing too, of course, hard on them, as you know, because it's been a very experimental game as of this evening. But once again, captain and skipper Harry Kane has made all the difference this evening. And finally, after, of course, a loss and a draw from a few months ago, England finally are back on winning terms again. And even though there hasn't been that many goals, there's still, of course, one that has just been enough for them to win this, of course, third and penultimate UEFA International Football Friendly Match. We'll have more reaction after, of course, the break, but once again, after 90 minutes and the full-time score from the Raymond James Stadium here at Tampa Bay in the United States of America, it's finished England 1, New Zealand 0. More and reaction analysis when we come back in a few minutes. Hello and welcome back, England football fans, to once again the final part of once again the live coverage of the third and penultimate UEFA International Football Friendly Match, once again with England versus New Zealand from the Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay, the United States of America. Well, it was a challenging, of course, 45 minutes either way for, of course, England, and make that also for New Zealand as well. I mean, it was a very kind of unpredictable and quite unprecedented game, of course, we had, and especially with the weather conditions over there, it was a real challenge and quite tough at times for both sides. But the only goal that came from it was once again an all-important light header from an impressive cross once again from DJ Spence to the captain and skipper Harry Kane, who scores his 79th goal. And once again for England, and out of 130 appearances, caps for England, it's been a somehow passable performance. I'm not being too critical of it because, as you know, they were being very experimental with the game as of earlier on this evening. And, of course, I know that some of their big players, the likes of Eberechi Eze, Bukayo Saka, Declan Rice, they weren't available to play as of tonight. But we've seen some brilliant debuts from the likes of Rio Mungumba, and also some brilliant chances from Ivan Toney, and also some great balls in also from Reece James. Also as well, not to mention with the play also from the likes of Dan Burn and also Anthony Gordon, who were both previously playing both at Newcastle United from the previous season before they went separately. Of course, he's still playing for Newcastle United, of course, Dan Burn, but Anthony Gordon currently on loan at Barcelona in the La Liga side. But it's amazing to know that the whole of the team got a run around this evening, and of course, as we did see there from Thomas Tuchel's side, he's happy with the result. I know that he wasn't going to be too serious about this game because this was a acclimatization game for, of course, his side to get used to the very hot climate, temperatures, and where they were playing, that is actually the hottest stadium out of all of the host stadiums for this coming during, of course, this month's World Cup. So they've already had a bit of experience for that. But it would have been nice to see some more goals, but that's just the way it goes, unfortunately. But once again, an all-important victory, a narrow 1-0 win there for England over New Zealand to make up for, of course, the recent form of, once again, the 1-0 loss over Japan at Wembley from a few months ago, and also quite the controversial draw over Uruguay, where they didn't deserve to, of course, give away a penalty right at the end, of course, of the game. But anyway, like I said, I'm not bringing up the past. I'm only just giving a reminder for you if you haven't had the chance to see the other two games as a part of that. But anyway, let's hear from, once again, two of the main stars that played assets, of course, in from early this evening's match, as we also hear from the captain, Harry Kane, Jude Bellingham, and once again, the manager, Thomas Tuchel. Here's what they had to say after quite the unpredictable, but also quite tough and challenging match. First time here at the United States.
Guys, well done, Harry. You had the pitch, you had the heat. So what's the verdict?
Yeah, a good win. It's not easy. I think the heat itself is what we're here for, to prepare for that, prepare for the tournament. The pitch wasn't great, to be honest. Really hard to play the way that we want to play, but this is why we're here, you know, to adapt to it. We're playing against a team who had a good low block. In the end, we probably could have scored a couple more, but we take the win, and we know we're here for preparation more than the result.
Yeah, what have you learned maybe about the way that England can play at this tournament with that heat?
Yeah, I think we're going to have to manage the game well at times. You know, we want to play kind of that full force, high pressing, you know, high tempo football. It's going to be difficult in the heat and with the pitches. But I think we adjusted well in both halves. All sets of players made a great effort to kind of get out of the game what we had to do before the tournament. So yeah, we're pleased.
It'll be your fourth tournament, second World Cup. What's the strength? What do you make of this squad?
I think it's a good mix, experience. There's youth in there. There's players who haven't come with us before, and yeah, I think all of that it makes for a good mix. We've got quality, of course, in abundance, and you know, with the senior players like the skipper, like Hendo, Stones, he picks. You know, we can go a long way.
Yeah, Harry, it's 67, just the 67 goals now this season, throwing in England. Are you going into this tournament as well as you've ever felt? Going into a tournament?
We spoke before the tournament after the cup final a couple of weeks ago, you know. I think physically, mentally, it's the best shape I've been in my career. So, yeah, we're going into a tough environment, a tough tournament. And yeah, I'm excited for it. The World Cup is the biggest tournament of all, and yeah, just can't wait for it to get started, really.
And Jude, your own feeling going into this tournament?
Yeah, feeling good. Probably a bit of a different way to go into it to H, but yeah, I'm feeling good off the back of a tough season, a couple of injuries, the first time in my career, but I feel strong. I feel better than I did physically, for example, at the start of the season or points earlier in the season. So yeah, feeling excited, feeling ready.
And look at those fans. They travel. It's going to be expensive for many of them, but they're here in their numbers.
Yeah, we appreciate all the support. You know, for us to get the support we did in this type of game, knowing how much it costs for every single one, we just want to say thank you to them, and we know we're going to get great support throughout the whole tournament, so hopefully we can repay them well.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Well, Thomas, you had the heat. We talked about the pitch. Two teams. What's your verdict?
Yeah, first of all, we have to also... First of all, I'm happy that no one is injured, and we had 4 good training sessions, and we had now this split game for everyone, 45 minutes in the heat on a very difficult pitch, I have to say. It was not easy, but so everyone is fit. We have a win, we have a clean sheet, and from there we can keep on going. The energy is right, and the quality will come. I think the better the opponent gets, the better we will get, and yeah, it was like try to score and score like these games sometimes look. And
I know you wanted intensity. Would it be fair to say that there wasn't that intensity? England weren't flat out.
I was more happy with the second half. I think we had more hunger, more grit, and more desire in the second half. Played better, but we didn't score. So Harry scored our only goal in the first half. I think we were not so disciplined in our positions and didn't play according to our plan in the first half. That slowed our game actually down. Second half was better, but we didn't score. But like overall, like I said, like to put it into context, a lot of the players were last time with us in November and they missed March camp, so it's quite a long time. It's the first game after the season and it's all good.
You saw them all out there. Who stood out?
You
saw them all playing. Who stood out to you?
I liked the second half, like I said, and of course Harry scored. That's what he does, but it's not about individual praises in front of TV.
No. And in terms of the way in which you now look to Orlando, it's 11 days to the first game. How much more conditioning do you hope to get? How much more acclimatized do you need to get?
Yeah, we will get with the time that we are out here, we will expose to the heat and humidity and the sun. That's why we are here. So now the overall, the most positive thing is we can keep on training with the whole group because no one is injured. We have no complaints. So tomorrow will be recovery day. Then we have 2 days to prepare Costa Rica. Then a chunk of players will be more minutes. We'll get more minutes.
The Arsenal players in?
The Arsenal players are in from today, which is good, gives us energy and gives us quality. And then we have another 1.5 days off and then we go to Kansas and prepare Croatia.
Well, some very good-spirited comments there from, once again, from Captain Harry Kane, Jude Bellingham, and once again, the manager Thomas Tuchel there. So I know that they have still got a lot to work on, but they are moving positively and in the right direction, which is a good thing. So I'm hoping that they'll have a better result as of next Wednesday, of course, once again on the 10th of June, when they will move to the Interco Stadium in Orlando for their final friendly game, the UEFA Friendly International Football Friendly game against the South American side of Costa Rica, before the main, of course, tournament does kick off once again in just, of course, a week after that on the 17th with the first England fixture over Croatia, as I have just mentioned there as well. Well, I do want to quickly remind you, since this has been quite a late edition of this international football friendly programme here on Jackpot Button Lewis Sport Productions, we once again earlier on in the programme had a quick reminder to tell you of other matches that happened from earlier on as of this week. There is quite a few to go through from the start of this new month into the season of summer. So let's get straight to it, and we're going to start then, of course, from the start of the week, from Monday on the 1st of June. And once again, here's another reminder of all the full classified match day results from earlier on as of this week, and as of yesterday, and also from earlier on as of this evening. Full classified match day results. Starting with matches played back on Monday, the 1st of June. UEFA Friendly Matches. Bulgaria 0, Montenegro 1. Slovakia 2, Malta 1. Norway 3, Sweden 1. Turkey 4, North Macedonia 0. And Austria 1, Tunisia 0. And now on to matches played as of Tuesday, the 2nd of June. Croatia 0, Belgium 2. Georgia 1, Romania 1. And Wales 1, Ghana 1. Now next on to matches played on Wednesday, the 3rd of June. Gibraltar 4, the British Virgin Islands 0. Denmark 0, Democratic Republic of Congo 0. Albania 0, Israel 1. Netherlands 0, Algeria 1. Poland 2, Nigeria 2. And Luxembourg 0, Italy 1. Next on to matches played on Thursday, the 4th of June. Slovenia 1, Cyprus 1. Northern Ireland 1, Guinea 0. Sweden 2, Greece 2. Andorra 2, Liechtenstein 0. Spain 1, Iraq 1. And France 1, Côte d'Ivoire 2. Next on to matches played as of yesterday, the 5th of June. Czechia 3, Guatemala 1. Mexico 5, Serbia 1. Georgia 2, Bahrain 0. Belarus 4, Syria 1. Slovakia 2, Montenegro 2. Moldova 2, Bulgaria 2. San Marino 1, Bangladesh 2. Hungary 2, Finland 1. And Azerbaijan 0, Malta 2. And finally on to matches played as of earlier on this evening on the 6th of June. The match between Turkey and Venezuela is currently 1-1 at half-time as the latest score. Canada 1, Republic of Ireland 1. Belgium 5, Tunisia 0. Lithuania 1, Latvia 1. Lithuania won 5-4 on penalties. Armenia 1, Kazakhstan 1. Estonia 1, the Faroe Islands 0. Gibraltar 4, the British Cayman Islands 1. Portugal 2, Chile 1. Romania 2, Wales 1. Albania 0, Luxembourg 1. The United States of America 1, Germany 2. Switzerland 1, Australia 1. Panama 1, Bosnia and Herzegovina 1. England 1, New Zealand 0. And finally Bolivia 0, Scotland 4. Well, there you go, everybody. That is a rundown of all of the full classified matchday results from earlier on as of this week and at the start of the month of June. As you did see there, some very interesting games, it has to be said. I know that even though they're friendly matches, they're going to be mostly all over the place for most of the 48 countries that have qualified for this upcoming month's FIFA World Cup, which once again will be getting underway in just a few weeks' time. But a quick reminder, as of course I have to be a little bit more quiet now since it is getting quite late over here. It's just gone past midnight here in the UK, but as of make that now as of tomorrow, of course, afternoon, or make that as of later on today now, since it is, of course, Sunday the 7th of June. We've also still got matches of Liechtenstein against Cyprus, Denmark against Ukraine, Kosovo take on Andorra, Croatia take on Slovenia, Greece will take on Italy, and Morocco will take on Norway. And those particular matches from 2 p.m. was for the Liechtenstein and Cyprus game. At 5:30 will be the Denmark and Ukraine match, and 7:30 will be Kosovo against Andorra, and 7:45 for the Croatia and Slovenia game. And both Greece and Italy and Morocco and Norway both get underway from 8 p.m. as of later on this evening. So there's still lots to look forward to there. But there you go, everybody. That is a quick reminder of a few other matches coming up in the lead up to this year's FIFA World Cup, as I said, within the next few weeks or so. And just a reminder, just to quickly remind you all, if you did actually not hear from earlier on during the game, there is a quick reminder that later on in just a few weeks' time here, also here on Jackpot Button Lewis Productions, and a courtesy of the sport subsidiary productions company of Jackpot Button Lewis Sport Productions, it'll be the start of a brand new World Cup themed vlog series, of that being World Cup 26, the America's Dream, where we will be hoping to see if England can go all the way to hopefully the World Cup final itself from as of next month in July, and also from, of course, stateside in New York City at the MetLife Stadium. And we're hoping that they can go all the way, and it will be very interesting to know if they can manage to do something that they managed to not do, unfortunately, from a few years ago after getting knocked out from the quarterfinals against France at the last World Cup in Qatar 2022. So, but yeah, there's that to look forward to. Also, don't forget there is other programs such as also Theatre Going Revival with the recent review also of the Farewell UK touring production of Alex Hill's Why I Stuck a Flare Up My Arse for England. I know it, of course, has got a very unusual title, but sticking with the football theme, there is another chance to see that, where it's quite a humorous but quite moving play with loads of musical theatre references. And don't forget also at Theatre Going Revival, there is a few other shows that I might be going to see, of course, separate to this other particular coverage of the international football tournament of the World Cup itself, and we'll have more information on that within, once again, the next few weeks also as well. So there's still lots to look forward to. And don't forget as well, if you still want another additional fix of football action, you can see the TV adaptation courtesy from the BBC and here on Jackpot Button Lewis Productions of the long-awaited TV adaptation of that being the Olivier Award-winning play from James Graham of Dear England, looking back on a unique take on the former manager of Gareth Southgate, on he managed to change the way that the England senior men's football team play. And I'm sure Thomas Tuchel will be, of course, making sure that he wants to continue that wave of success with, of course, the World Cup just around the corner. So, once again, that the full series is free and available to watch now here on Jackpot Button Lewis Productions. And don't forget, courtesy of the BBC, you can also watch it currently on BBC iPlayer from broadcasted previously from a few weeks ago on BBC One also too. Well, with that being said, and before I get any more later, and I'm starting to get really tired because it's been quite a manic day, it has to have been. It has been quite an unexpected 1-0 win, of course, an unexpected. I wouldn't say an underperformance. Of course, a performance here for England, but it felt like they could have done better. But obviously, it's still a win. But I'm sure that they're hoping for a better opportunity to really get themselves acquainted with the playing climate and everything, and that once again we will be back very, very soon as of next Wednesday from once again the 10th of June, and once again from 8 o'clock onwards here on Jackpot Button Lewis Productions, as we will be presenting live coverage also of the final, make that also, of the Florida series of games as England take on the South American side of Costa Rica in the warm-up to this year's FIFA World Cup. And don't forget, as I've said before, we'll be covering that also on World Cup 26, the America's Dream, within the next few days, with a little teaser of course, the overall overview of the tournament and what to expect, and also the squad that Thomas Tuchel has also played with as of this from earlier on yesterday evening, and loads more as well, and as a little preview ahead of their first big challenging game. And I think the most nerve-wracking game of the group, it has to be, taking on their old Eastern European rivals of Croatia, from once again played once again to remind you all, it's going to be taking place, if I can just quickly get it up here. It still blows my mind, actually, that England are going to be facing them once again for the first time in almost 8 years at the last two World Cups. And I know that Croatia nearly went all the way again, but they were beaten by Argentina, and they managed to get to the final for the first time in many years. And I think from what I can remember, as I just quickly get it down once again, this, of course, they are in the last group, Group L, and it will be taking place at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, and then on the 23rd from 4 p.m. Over there in America time, that being once again, which is the Universal Time Coordinated, and that they're being 4 hours behind, so it will be at the Gillette Stadium in Foxborough after that. And then on the 27th, England will take on Panama at the MetLife Stadium in East Rufford, where, of course, that's is supposedly in the part of New Jersey, but that's where also is where the World Cup final will be taking place from later on, as of next month in the month of July, and more specifically on the date of the 19th of July. So it's still very exciting, and there's only just one more lineup of games before the biggest start, the start of the biggest football tournament in the world for another year will be just around the corner. And once again, as I've said, with Captain Harry Kane, the skipper for England, making that all-important contribution, a narrow 1-0 win over the All Whites of New Zealand as of from yesterday evening. But I'm sure they're hoping for a little bit more of the same, and maybe a few more goals for that matter, when they take on Costa Rica once again in Orlando, and the start of next Wednesday from once again 8 o'clock. We'll be here. We hope you will be. Until then, thanks very much for watching, and as always, until next time, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you very, very soon. Bye-bye for now.
Even dropping in then, but not getting off the back four, that is...
Well, particularly about this here, we've been talking about how hard it is to make those runs.
There's no way the manager would be wanting to do that. I don't think he'd be do it come when the proper game start today, and he's done it previously. But as he's getting a bit older, a bit more experience, do not be getting the ball off the back four. To me, that is ridiculous.
There have been some really good squad announcements globally. I mean, the French were very funny. Uruguay ended up with Marcelo Bielsa on a bicycle. Have you seen Norway's?
I have, yeah.
I mean, it's a still...
I mean, this is Haaland, though, isn't it?
There it is. Extrapolate that across what the Norwegians
He looks
did.
happy, doesn't he? Yeah.
Right.
I think that was tremendous, wasn't it? That was very, very entertaining. He was alongside Odegaard and so forth. Right, we're getting to that point. Everybody who stops and asking you two who's going to win. Everyone say, my friends, who's going to win? Who's winning the World Cup, Karen Carney?
Hopefully England, but
Yeah.
I think France.
Betting without England, as the bookmakers say.
Yeah, I'd say France. Just because of the attacking lineup they've got, the 1v1 individuals, the attacking players they've got. I think that's where that they will edge it with them, those players.
Barcola, Doué, Dembele,
Elise.
Mbappe, Elise.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ekitike is injured. That's amazing.
Can we pick more than one, or you just want one?
Oh, just one. Make a decision, Roy Keane.
France or Argentina?
Argentina. I mean, France for obvious reasons. Argentina.
I think Argentina. Yeah. Do you know what? France brilliant. Again, we're talking about the strength and depth. I know Messi's pushing on a bit now, but the interview the manager was quoted a few weeks ago, the Argentina manager, about, are you going off to win the World Cup? He went, no, we're going off to retain it.
Yeah.
You know, these guys are hungry. A lot of players playing for the big clubs once again. A bit of magic. A lot of leaders in their pack. Experience. Yeah. Argentina or France?
Argentina or France, that well-known country. Thank you. See you in the States. Thank you very much indeed. The World Cup starts this coming Thursday, but we've got plenty more live football to keep you entertained before that. Starting tomorrow with Morocco against Norway. And Harden looking like that. 7:50 p.m. ITV4. The Lionesses play their final World Cup qualifier against Ukraine at the Hill Dickinson Stadium on Tuesday. Join Katie Shanahan from 7:30 on ITV1 for that one. And then we're back with the England men's team on Wednesday evening as they face Costa Rica in their final warm-up match in Tampa. That's from 8 p.m. here on ITV1 and STV. And for all you motorsports fans, tomorrow do join us for rounds 10, 11 and 12 of the British Touring Car Championship. That's from Alton Park, 11:40 ITV4. On ITVX right now, live coverage of Brazil-Egypt. Brazil are 1-up. We'll see you Wednesday evening, live from our New York studio the night before the World Cup starts. Bye for now.